It's time for the Ravagers to rise once again to glory.
You are listening to The Ravager Report, a Fox Next Marvel Strike Force podcast dedicated to bringing you the latest news, information, and updates. With your hosts, Dorian.
It is a name what strikes fear into the hearts of anyone what hears it.
And Hebrew Hammer.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Hello and welcome to episode 33 of the Ravager Report. I am your host, Dorian, and with me as always is the humble Hebrew Hammer. How you doing, Hebrew?
Oh, God. I thought we were over that. Don't bring that back to me. There's nothing that will immediately, put me off in a terrible mood like that will. I thought we saw the last of that guy.
Nope.
But yeah, I am worse now, but I'm okay.
It's funny. I did that because somebody actually pinged me on Reddit about that, because somebody, I guess, was asking about that guy. So it's they were like, Dorian does a good impersonation. And
unfortunately,
I replied, it's only because I practice it so I can annoy Hebrew, because that is the point of me in this podcast, is to annoy you.
I really he's gone, right?
He really think so. I mean, he's not. Look, we've had a couple of big updates, and he's not been in there. Anything. So I think that he may really officially be gone. I have not heard through official channels. There's been nothing in the Envoy program to say that he is or is not. So
good riddance, I say. My God, never want to be forced to listen to that voice ever again for information.
How you doing?
I'm gonna cut all that out of the podcast.
That's all right. Our patrons will get this. Our $5 and up patrons will get the live uncut show, which you can do by going to patreon.com/Ravager Report, where we have subscription levels at $2, $5, $10, and $20. And like I said, at the $5 level, you do get access to the show almost immediately after it's recorded, and a couple of days before it goes out live to the general public. So Hebrew, before we get into the massive amount of news that we've got, I mean, the last 2 days have just been kind of a deluge of information.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you let everybody know what you've been up to this past week?
So I'm going to keep it relatively short and sweet because, we do have a whole bunch of stuff. So, I guess everyone knows that, I'm getting the Tesla, but I actually now have a rental car currently because I got rid of my other car because someone offered a really good price for it. So, and Tesla doesn't do trade-ins or anything. So this new car that I'm using, though, I actually really love, and I'm now debating getting my Tesla anymore. I think I'm still going to get it because I really want the Model 3. But yeah, I gotta admit the car I have right now is actually pretty nice. But
yeah, if you mind if I ask what you got now?
Yeah, it's actually, so this is probably flying in the face of all of you guys. I see comments of Lambos and stuff. It's nothing like that at all. This will actually so it is a 2019 Kia Sportage.
Don't do it.
Turbo SX, I think
Don't
it was.
Do it.
Why? Honestly, it drives like a gosh darn dream, and I love being up. I never realized that I like being up high in a car. I feel like I actually really enjoy it.
So
but
maybe they're better now than they used to be. But okay, so the Sportage is kind of that crossover SUV style. So
yeah,
I get that because my wife's car is a Ford Edge, which is that same kind of style. But when I used to have a Hyundai Sonata. Right. And Hyundai and Kia are basically the same exact car. In fact, I used Kia parts in the Hyundai.
Yeah, I kind of know that, yeah.
And so it was a money pit. Money
pit.
Yes, I'll never buy another Hyundai/Kia. And that's sad because I love the look of the Hyundai Genesis. But no, because I work on my own cars. So, or at least I try to.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, like I said, I think I am still going to go with the Tesla, but I gotta say, like that like, has a whole bunch of really nice. I mean, it's like the top of the line one, so it has all the bells and whistles. So
Right.
that's probably a big part of why I like it. But it's just honestly a dream to drive. So yeah, I don't know. Just thought it was somewhat interesting. But as far as my week goes, I mean that's pretty much it. Nothing super special. What about you?
Man, my week honestly has been really, really crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and get it out of the way early. And for those of you that don't like it, you can probably skip ahead 15 to 20 seconds. But we're gonna discuss Rose Watch 2019 real quick. So the second plant is coming in beautifully. The first plant has like another 6 buds growing on it. So my garden is coming along, and we're actually thinking this weekend of planting some spiral bushes in the area. So yeah, I love my landscaping. I'm sorry. So there's that. And then obviously the Envoy program is really taking off. So this week in the past week, I've released 2 videos. One was my Fury Hybrid Bounty Hunter. Wow. BH Brotherhood team with Minerva, and it kind of decimating like 100k power higher shield team. Sorry, Tipman, but you know that team is just absolutely beautiful. I want to do a little bit more because I love doing theory crafting. So I want to do, and I feel like that's an area that MSF kind of lacks a little bit. It's like everybody's talking about doing blitz and doing raids, but I feel like there's not a whole lot for arena theory crafting. So I'm hoping to be able to get into that a little bit more. And then obviously the Envoy program and being able to see things early and produce content. I was up, so I took the day off work Wednesday because it was my birthday, 45. Oof.
Old man.
I am an old man. But I
hope one of your kids got you a cane for your birthday.
That would have been fantastic. But I got a tripod. Does that count? So
close enough.
Close enough. But I spent that day like testing out, trying to do homemade green screens, recording video. You know, we had my my son's graduation that morning from 8th grade. And then we went out to dinner that night. And then I was up till like 2 a.m. Thursday morning, putting the final touches on the video to release it out, you know, after the embargo date was lifted. So it was absolutely awesome. I love being a part of this program, and I'm really getting into the video. I sent pictures to you earlier of my hybrid studio setup. Guys, let me just draw you a picture here. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, and to the left of me, I have a floor lamp that stands about 5 feet tall. That's like right under my ceiling fan. And then to the right of me, I have a kitchen chair up on top of the kitchen table with an old Procter & Gamble storage box with a table lamp sitting on top of it. And then a whole bunch of Time Life World War II books stacked in front of me to hold my Surface as a teleprompter with the camera on a tripod behind it. It's crazy. I'm using my kitchen as a green screen, the wall behind me, and I got to get the lighting just right. So, yeah. Went a little bit longer than I expected. Sorry, but it's crazy, you know, and I love figuring stuff out.
It's crazy or you're crazy?
Well, a little bit of both. I mean, a little bit of both. Yes, my family thinks I'm crazy, but my wife is being so supportive, so supportive.
Yeah,
I will never take from the videos, but there's some the recordings I was doing Wednesday, but there's some good stuff of her and I going back and forth between takes. So yeah, it's crazy, absolutely 100%. And then I'm hoping that I'll be able to get enough light on the wall behind me to do a green screen. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting into the video, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And, guys, you can follow... Hebrew does video, too, don't you, Hebrew?
That's right. Anything on alternate reality. We have a website coming out soon, but you can also find all of our video content on, youtube.com/alternate reality. So,
and you guys
has...
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, go ahead. I thought you were finished.
No, that was pretty much it. What's up?
Oh, well, you guys also have a Discord server, don't you?
have a Discord server. You can join discord.me/ANR, and that will bring you right in. So, yeah, I mean, it's got all the good stuff. Check it out.
That's awesome. And if you want, you can find me on YouTube. Just search for Dorian Blade, and it should hopefully come up. I've only got like 3 videos, so I don't like the channel name and stuff aren't showing up and everything. And then I also have another Discord server, so discord.me/Dorian Blade Gaming. And then, you know, you can come give a shout out there. And I'm probably going to focus on MSF only content for a good long while until I become better and able to do it more easily. And I'm thinking about branching off and doing multiple different types of games.
Yeah. Smart move.
All right, man. Well, we have a huge show for you tonight. We have so much information that has been dropped in just the past 2 days. So, the data mine for this week. So, not so much a data mine, but the kit for Cyclops was dropped on msf.gg, and I think it was captured in-game. It did some of the data mines. And this kit is absolutely crazy. Now, we have been told by Foxnext that we are free to talk about this as part of the Envoy program. So we can kind of discuss this freely, which is good. Mm-hmm. But we've been asked to let you know this kit is subject to change. There is no guarantee that what you're looking at now is what you will look at when he releases.
Yep.
So let's jump into Cyclops real quick as part of the data mine. So he's going to be a Hero Global Mutant Blaster X-Men. And so his primary attack is going to be 300% damage and apply disrupted.
Do you want to talk about this ability by ability, or do you want to do the whole kit and then talk?
Let's just do this one ability by ability.
Okay. You want to talk on this one first?
Yeah, let's. You looked at the damage numbers. I haven't had a chance to look at the damage numbers. Now you looked at them like 7-star with full 7-star, right?
Yeah, I looked at them. I just compare all of them at max everything, just because it's what it automatically is set to.
Right. Okay. Holy.
But
crap.
yeah, exactly. So his damage at max everything is his base damage is 28,701. So that's almost 29,000 damage per base.
He's doing 90,000 damage before he crits.
Yeah, I mean, look at the percentages that he does as well. I mean,
that's the 300% damage. So
but that's what I'm saying. All of his percentages on all of his abilities. We'll get to the other ones, but think about that base damage.
Oh yeah.
With all of those abilities percentages, the percentages are not small. Like some characters, they have higher base damage, but it's because their percentages that on their abilities are lower. But not him. He just has a ridiculous amount of base damage with really good percentages on all of his abilities. So he scales incredibly well.
So hold on a second, because I'm looking at one of the characters that I've seen hit the hardest in the game is Green Goblin.
Right.
I guess
I would look at Rocket for the best comparison, I think. So Rocket, for instance, is 18.5 thousand.
Oof.
And Rocket's a hard hitter.
Rocket is a hard hitter. I run that dude in my team.
Exactly, 18.5. So basically add 10 more thousand to that, and you're at the base damage of Cyclops.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is absolutely insane. That is insane.
Yeah, and his percentages for some of his stuff are even lower. So, it's pretty nuts.
It is.
He's
no doubt.
He's going to be good. I'm afraid of him.
So, and then he's going to apply Disrupted. And Disrupted on Basic is beautiful. I love Disrupted. It is my favorite effect in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I can get rid of those stupid taunters, shield security. I love watching shield security after I throw Disrupted on him for 2 turns. And every time I hurt somebody, try to throw up taunt.
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes me chuckle.
Yeah, the fact that it's a disrupt on a basic blows my mind that they're actually willing to be so liberal with an ability as strong as that for a basic attack.
Well, we're going to get into that maybe a little bit more in depth later when we talk about some of the other characters, but his focus is really high too. That's almost 4,000.
Yeah.
So that disrupted is applying. But what we're seeing right now scares me, to be honest with you. I love the X-Men. I think the X-Men should be one of the most powerful teams out there, but power creep a year in is out of control.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of is like all over the place with the characters they release.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like they don't know what they're calculating or something. I mean, it's almost like their roadmap for the future. Because I suspect we're probably going to see like the Fantastic Four this fall with the release of their comic and everything, and it being having been like a 1-year anniversary or something. But I'm really worried about what we're going to see there. We're going to see stuff for Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'm pretty sure we're going to see. I would hope we're going to see Mysterio. I mean, how bad are these kits going to be?
I think that those are going to be relatively tame. I think that whenever we get to Fantastic Four, I think Fantastic Four is going to blow stuff away.
Now, if they've got Ben Franklin on the team, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ben Richards.
That's fine.
Sorry. Is it Benjamin Franklin Richards? Benjamin Franklin Richards. Ben Richards. But I think his middle name's Franklin because, Reed is a scientist.
Isn't it Reed Richards?
Well, Reed is the leader of the Fantastic Four.
Right, he's the stretchy guy. Yeah.
Reed and Sue have a son, Ben.
Okay.
Who basically has cosmic power.
So he's in the Fantastic Four as well?
Not officially.
Okay. I'm just going off of the movie. The movies that I've seen before, which I know is terrible source material, but that's my Fantastic Four, unfortunately.
Maybe is his name Franklin Richards? I thought it was.
So I want to say
Franklin,
Ben.
it's Franklin Benjamin Richards.
Okay, because I think Ben is
Ben Grimm was the thing.
Ben Grimm, yeah, the thing.
But they named him after Ben.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm getting that.
So, but yeah, I mean, this guy, this kid, like, okay, so the power grid. Now, this is the Marvel database, real quick. Yeah. Power grid. Intelligence is a 4. He has no strength, almost no speed. He's got some durability. His energy projection, though, is a level 7. It's a mega level. He's an alpha level mutant.
Okay. Well, that's something. Keep that in mind. We're not talking anything about Cyclops right now.
Sorry. I apologize. Totally off topic. That's what we do.
I don't want anyone to get confused thinking this is Cyclops stats.
Celestials have described his as being beyond Omega classification. So, wow. Franklin Richards is one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse.
Yeah, almost as powerful as Gambit. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
One of these days I'm going to have to... I know you're Gambit love, man, but still.
Mm-hmm. There is a beyond Omega level Gambit, just so you know. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's a beyond Omega level for quite a few, but
yeah, but Gambit is obviously the best.
Not as well. Sure, for you, that's fine.
All right, we probably should get back to the kit.
Yeah. By the way, his power grid 222224
for Gambit.
For Gambit. So
it's right where you want it to be. People will underestimate him. They don't know his true power.
4. So, all right, let's get back on topic here. Let's see. So,
I want to say his cool factor's over like 5 billion. So
yes, Gambit's cool factor is over 5 billion. That's fine.
That's correct.
So let's see here now. Where was I?
To me.
Okay, so his special is to me. It looks like it's going to be a 5 cost ability, and it does start with 5. Mm-hmm. It will apply taunt to the 2 most injured enemies. Call 2 adjacent allies to attack the 2 most injured enemies. Wow.
That's strong.
Then attack the primary target for 350 damage. Or 350% damage. Whew.
Yeah. So that's going to be a super strong attack. I can't wait for that because all the times whenever, especially if what's her name? Shield. Why am I blinking on her name right now?
Man.
Yes, Shield operative. Whenever she uses the ability to stealth, the guy that you're trying to kill, there's nothing more infuriating than that.
Yeah.
Apply taunt, and it'll get rid of that.
Yep.
Thank God they have this now.
By the way, according to this, on his assist counters, he will also apply disrupted.
Yeah, that seems to be the general way that they're going with characters now. If a basic applies an effect now, they give it the same thing for a counter. Before it was either it didn't or it had a small chance to,
Right.
like during like launch and soon after. But now it looks like they're just, it's going to apply it on counter as well.
Yeah, and then there are some, I'll talk about it a little bit later. I plan on maybe doing a video about it as well, but Loki special, since we're talking about assist counters, Loki special and the way it works.
Yeah.
Because there's been some confusion, and I have some answers on that. So, let's see. His ultimate, Optic Devastation, attack all targets for 250% damage, and apply slow to each target for 2 turns. Damage is increased by 25% per charge, then lose charge. That is a 7. It's a cost 8 to cast and starts at 6.
Yeah. I mean, as it should have a high cost, but the fact that it already starts with 6 makes it even more dangerous,
Yes. Because his passive is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Gain 15% damage. Yeah, because he needs that.
Yeah, obviously.
On X-Men ally turn, gain +1 charged up to a maximum of 5. So every X-Men that goes is going to give him a charge.
So basically go through a cycle and you're going to be looking already at 4 plus a +4 charge.
Yep. And if Phoenix on the team and she dies, he gets offense up.
Because he needs it.
Why not? I mean, look,
I also heard he has a really, really cool animation for whenever she dies. Like, he, screams, he's like, no! I heard that in that podcast, you remember? That you sent me the link for it. I don't know if you listened to it or not. But
I didn't.
About the animations. Yeah, they were talking about the animations that he'll have. And he apparently has a really cool animations. And that's one of them. Whenever she dies, he goes ham. So... that's crazy. I mean, he's just going to be blowing people away. Think about that real quick. It starts with a base of the 250% to everyone, not to mention the slow status for 2 turns that he applies, plus the 15% damage that he gains passively, plus 25% per charge, which he's going to have at least 4 on him, and an offense
calculated speeds.
What did you say?
I said maybe. Haven't calculated all the speed yet.
Yeah, most likely though, there's going to be 4 people going. But
because considering it's going to take him 2 turns to get there, unless there's an ability feeder, which X-Men don't have. He should have 5.
Yeah, he should have at least 5, or at most. So yeah, he's going to have 5 basically. And then if she dies beforehand, later, but there's a high possibility of you doing it if you play it right, then he'll get offense up. So. All that damage means death to everyone, basically.
Oh yeah. He's just gonna wipe the board clean because
pretty much.
We're gonna talk about Phoenix obviously a little bit later, a little bit more in depth. You want her dying. You want her to die as soon as possible.
Well, she's still really good. I mean, we'll get into it. But she still has a good base form, though. She does.
She does absolutely. But when she dies, it gets better. And she makes everybody else better, especially if Cyclops is going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Although I don't know if the match might be done before she gets her ass out there. So
not with her special, basically giving herself everybody's negative effects.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the move that is put in there to kill her. But I was making a joke that Cyclops might already wipe the board before it even happens. So
that is entirely possible.
Entirely
possible. So again, remember, take that kit with a grain of salt. The numbers are subject to change. It's not. It's not a 100% set in stone. So
I actually wouldn't be opposed to them bringing down that damage a bit for the sake of balance.
I wouldn't either, but
Thanos would
OP.
Yeah.
It was because apparently all we needed, you know, in the original Infinity War movie was Cyclops.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just telling
Then that would have been
just
valid.
telling Jean Grey died, and he'd have decimated the entire invading army.
Yep. I feel like actually, maybe I don't know if we have time to talk about this. Actually, never mind. I'll ask you about this afterwards.
Okay. All right, that works for me. Yeah. Not too bad. We're 25 minutes in, and we haven't got to the poll yet. So,
yeah, right on track for us.
It is right on track for us because we took like 5 minutes talking about the Fantastic Four,
Exactly.
who aren't even in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do a Marvel pod, but maybe.
I think we do.
Maybe. I don't know if I have time. For
it's
podcast.
there. Yeah, that's the thing is it's more time, and I would just be sitting there looking like please tell me a story, Daddy, like the whole time. So
Right.
I don't know if I would add anything interesting to it. But
what makes that even worse is I think I am old enough to be your dad. To be honest.
I think that you are like my dad's age. So.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, make me feel old. So, all right then. Let's get into the episode 33 listener poll. So we have heard your feedback on this, guys, and we know that the poll is one of the most polarizing segments on the show. You either love it or you hate it. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Hebrew will have timestamps in the episode. Maybe you can skip forward to the next one. And we're gonna try to keep these a little bit more clean because we had been kind of reacting to news, so we're kind of discussing the poll going forward now that we've moved back to Fridays permanently for the show. So without any further
we are
ado,
going to try to keep it nice and tight from now on. We're going to streamline it a bit. So
yep, absolutely. So without any further ado, let's jump into this one. So first question here: are you excited for the upcoming X-Men? Yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, same here. 92% of respondents agreed with us. We had 223 responses, by the way.
Great response.
Fantastic. Love you guys for that. That is fantastic. Which announced X-Men character are you the most excited about? Colossus, Psylocke, Cyclops, Phoenix, or none?
I picked Cyclops as a joke because I thought his kit wasn't released. But now I am excited for him, so I was right.
Yeah.
Cyclops.
Yeah, I think Phoenix was the one I was most excited about.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Cyclops really is like, woof. So those are actually the two highest respondents with 31.4%. You know what? Would you prefer percentages or base numbers?
Percentages probably.
Okay. So basically 31.5% agreed with me for Phoenix and 29.5% agreed with you for Cyclops.
There we go. Yeah.
Cyclops.
Sounds good.
Also, now check that. I think. Okay. Sorry, I was checking out something real quick. Oh, I need to download this.
Okay. Great podcasting.
It is great podcasting. So,
quality podcasting.
Quality. That's all right. I trust you to edit it all out. So
thanks.
Well, because we've got grab bag questions in there, which I can't see on the form itself. So I have to download the responses to get the text. So sorry, guys. I meant to do this earlier and forgot when we were discussing a few different things. So let's see. Now we're going to talk about Psylocke a little bit. So do you feel that you have the martial artists you need to do the Psylocke campaign, yes or no?
To do the Psylocke campaign. No, I don't, because if I remember correctly, Hand Assassin is one that's needed, right?
Well, I mean, she's one. Well, I'm talking the Psylocke campaign, not unlocking Phoenix.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, then no, I'm totally set.
Okay, I was going to say, dude, you should be.
Yeah, I have tons. I'll be able to destroy that thing.
Yeah, because I was going to say, look, if nothing else, I've got, like 35K at plus Mordo, Iron Fist, and Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those I'm expecting, unless they ramp up the campaign difficulty, most people should be able to walk through this.
Oh yeah, for sure. For some reason I was thinking the Dark Phoenix one.
Yeah, and we'll get to her. So
Yeah.
65% of people agreed. Also said that they hadn't.
Yeah, I would expect that.
So for those of you keeping score at home, 35% said no.
You have to say that, don't you? Like, do you feel incomplete if you don't say it?
Have I ever told you I have OCD?
No, but I mean, it's not super surprising. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so the next question is: would you prefer to unlock characters via campaigns, blitz, or some other method?
Campaign. So I like it because blitz gets just too tedious for me, and I get many more shards from a campaign, I believe. So
I agree. If I can unlock a character and sometimes get to 3, maybe even if I push it 4 stars, that's nice. Now, we'll see what happens with the way they've started doing the campaign words, because those drop rates are not the best. And I'm not a fan. And so that's another video that's coming out. So, but 91% of people agreed with us on the campaign events.
Yeah.
Like, nobody said blitz. 3.1% said blitz.
I honestly think next time, just ask out of pure curiosity. I'm going to use the system. I just want to see like how many people are actually interested in blitz anymore. Like how many people actually even do blitz. Because sometimes it is a struggle for me to even want to do blitz. I love to do other parts of the game, but blitz for some reason has just gotten so tiring specifically.
Oh yeah.
And it's just been like a slow burnout of blitz for some reason. I don't know why, but for some characters I'll still do it. Like I'm still doing it for rescue right now, but yeah, it's a battle.
Brother, I'm right there with you, right? So I did blitz yesterday, and I did my climb up to like tier 6 before basically passing out. And I unlocked rescue, and now I'm just kind of like, okay.
Well, I have rescue.
I have rescue, and I am not getting, in the top 1,500 to get more shards. So,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I apologize if you guys hear my cats in the background. They are locked in their room, and they're not happy.
Ugh, cats. Gross.
So, next question. Do you think the campaign orb will provide the proper amount of chances for Psylocke shards, yes or no?
I don't think so, because I want more than they'll ever give me. So I'm not sure if that's my problem or theirs, but they've been getting greedier and greedier, it seems like, by mixing in shards of characters that we don't really want. So, like, I miss the good old days when it would be, only for that one character, right?
Have you looked at the drop rates for the new I was wrong, by the way, on my video. It is not the martial artist orb. It's like the psychic dojo orb or something. I was so mad. But have you looked at the drop rates of that thing?
No, I haven't yet.
There's a 22% chance. I think it's 22%. There's like a 22% chance you will get nothing but hand minions.
Ooh.
In the center.
Yeah.
It's, dude.
Not too much of a fan of that.
Horrible.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not shocked though. Like, it's unfortunate, but I'm not shocked though. Like, they've always been, for a while there, was pretty consistent where it would always be that character. But then something happened. They hired someone new. I don't know what it was, but they decided that they would start mixing in other characters, and whenever they do that once, it's going to happen over and over and over again.
Yep.
And but for all the people in chat that heard my diss on cats, I'm allergic to cats, so I don't like them at all. But I love dogs.
Ripped in chat. I'm not looking at it.
I'm not getting ripped directly, but they're all talking about how much they love cats now.
So, I mean, and now let's be fair. There is a 55.5% chance that you will get 8 shards of one of these characters, and that's Mordo, Daredevil, Elektra, Iron Fist, Nobu, and Psylocke. And Psylocke is a 31% chance to drop in that orb.
Right.
So, you have a 55% chance to get a 1 in 3 chance, basically, to get her.
Sounds great.
So half the time you have a third of it. So half the time you have 33% chance. So half the time for a third chance. Half the time for a third of the time. It was so
Perfect.
mouthed.
Sounds great. Sure. I'm going to occasionally get her, is what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
Yeah.
The next one. Do you think Wolverine will get a rework beyond the announced fastball special with Colossus? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I think that what we see is what we're going to get with that one. I don't see him getting buffed at all. And to be honest with you, that even though Wolverine alone could use some buffs, obviously, I don't want any more strength in that team than it's already there.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You know he got a buff, right? So this was done before. So
he got a silent buff.
He did get a silent buff, and we weren't told about it as part of the program, and it kind of got snuck in there. In fact, Cerebro got it because somebody announced it on Reddit, and Cerebro was like fake news, and then turns out, oh, I'm sorry, I did not have all the information. So, but he was
Cerebro
cool
takes the hits on a lot of stuff.
Man, Cerebro's got to be punch drunk at this point. I mean, I like the guy. He's treated me really nicely.
For sure, yeah.
But, it's like the old line from Aladdin. No, the kid's taking one too many hits from the snake.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, he walked in. I feel bad for him because he walked into probably one of the most volatile communities.
He did walk into a very toxic environment, and
like just imagine him like everyone's like he's like the nice new preppy guy walking into a house party, and then he walks in and just everyone's throwing chairs, drunk out of their minds, and he's like, "Oh, hi guys,"
and everybody just kind of stops and slow pans towards him, like.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's funny. Remind me to tell you offline about his alliance search.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
So we know that Wolverine did get the buff to his ultimate. That if he's with Colossus, he get plus 100% damage to that, which is kind of amazing. Right. And the animation does look crazy good.
Yeah,
but. I didn't think they was going to get a rework, but he did, and most people thought he would. So 65% said yes.
Everyone was right, but me.
Yeah, 65% of them were right, but us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, yeah. So what was was it just the damage on the fastball special?
Right. So what happens is if Wolverine is in a team with Colossus. When he goes to do his ultimate, it will trigger the animation for the fastball special.
Right.
And then he gets plus 100% damage on his passive or on his ultimate if Colossus is in the team.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I guess I actually knew about that one. I was including that one as part of his fastball special. Like I knew that. Whenever he gets the fastball special, he gets 100 plus more. I was more thinking if there's any other stuff that they're going to do to him other than that.
Ah, okay. See, I try to put myself into, this was released, Tuesday?
Yeah.
I try to think back before we knew the actual information.
So, yeah, I after that happened, I don't think that he's going to get any more rework or anything like that. So,
yeah. So next question is, Wolverine has been the login character for over a year. Do you think Fox Next will change the login character soon? Yes or no?
Change it. They need to. I said they would, and I think they need to.
I think they need to. I think they won't. But I could be wrong, especially with Mutants now being the new arena team. I could be wrong because they're not going to want to give you a free meta team, especially for newer players. Yeah. So I could be wrong. I don't think they're going to do it, though.
Yeah, you're 100% wrong.
71.7% of people agreed with you.
That's right, they did.
Oh, wait.
They know it's good.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. You said yes? I'm sorry. 71.7% agreed with me. 28.3%
that they were not going to change it?
Yeah.
Good. I want to be alone and know that I'm going to be right. So,
Friday night.
You heard it here first, people. It's going to change. It's going to go to Gambit.
Friday nights. Got to work on staying up. Staying focused. Let's see. Are you happy that they added Venom to Nexus 6-9 and took off Yondu? Yes, no, or don't care?
Yes, because Yondu's just, he's been around for such a long time and he's not as meta as he was before. And Venom, I guess it's a little biased for me. Venom is definitely very good in specific team comps, but I especially love him, and I have he's like my only 5-star drop. So yeah, I'm a big fan of him, and I almost had him to 7 stars.
Nice.
And now he is at 7 stars. But whenever he was taken off the raid, I was like, no.
Yeah, I have a feeling Juggernaut's going to be off the raid next time that comes around.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till we talk about that. I'm so glad he was moved.
Yep. So let's see. Roughly 59.5 people who said yes. 36.5 just didn't care, and 4% said no. Let's see. All right. So, are you excited about the Elite Red Star Orb rework? Yes or no? Now, this was before we knew any information.
Right. So, yes, because I wanted it to change, because I just any change is better than stagnation, I think. So, I wanted it to change, and I still agree with that now.
Okay.
I am excited that it changed, period.
So let's jump ahead a little bit. Are you happy now? After it has changed?
I am, this is going to sound weird, but I am happy now that it has changed, because I think that it is one step in the right direction. I don't think that it's perfect right now. Not at all. But I think that it's a step in the right direction, and any change shows that they're willing to work on it. So, yeah.
Fair enough. I think the math, and I'm still working on it. I think the math is roughly going to play out that nothing has changed. They just changed the way it looked.
I hope not. But that'd be interesting to see.
I'm giving you a fair warning. The math right now is playing out that you still need, I want to say 17,000 orbs to get every character to 7 red stars.
Well, hold on. Avenue is listening right now.
Yeah, he and I were actually talking about it earlier privately, and I don't think either one of us have finalized our math yet. So, but
Avenue, I have a mission for you.
Yeah,
I will give you.
Look, I'm going to share. I'm going to share a little bit of our private conversation. He said he was dusting off his orb calculations.
There we go.
We'll
go. Man on a mission.
And maybe we will interview Avenue on his maths for the red orb, and that will be a complete nerd fest.
That will be super nerd fest. I will pop some popcorn and get down and dirty with some numbers.
Yeah, I need to. That's actually another question I want to ask on the poll: is the special episodes. Maybe we can do that one as a Patreon only episode.
Sure. I think all behind the scenes things should be Patreon only.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, we'll talk about that. So, I also was excited about the Red Star rework.
Yeah.
I'm still happy that it looks like it was changed. And I agree with you. I think it is a step in the right direction, and we're going to talk about it some more later, obviously. But I'm not. The more I dive into it, the less happy I become.
Yeah.
So
I can understand that, but I still stand by what I said for the reasons that I said.
That's absolutely fair. So next, do you think the new Elite Red Star orb system, as described, is overcomplicated?
Yes, for sure. I'd be surprised if anyone said otherwise.
Okay, so this is going to be crazy. I actually agreed with you. I thought it was really complicated, and I had days to digest it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is kind of crazy, especially considering we don't know the numbers or how exactly it's going to work. 70% of people, 68.6 to be specific, said no. They do not think it's overcomplicated.
Wow. See, so I think we
were in the minority on that one.
Okay, see, how I described it is, I mean, I understand how it works perfectly, but the thing is that whenever you try explaining it to someone else, you know what I mean? Right. It is terribly difficult to do. So any system that's like that in a video game, I feel like needs to be reworked for the most part. In a mobile game, I feel like
we don't know the conversion rates.
Yeah, that's true.
So the conversion rates are kind of a mystery, and it's really weird how it happens, because if you have a 2-star character and then pull a 5-star orb,
Right.
If so, let's say you pull a 5-star orb and you get a 2-star character now to 5 stars. You're not gaining 6-star tickets, even though you pulled a 5-star. You're only gaining 4-star tickets unless you hit exact duplicate on 5-star.
Right.
It's insane. I mean, it's really, really, really crazy.
Yes. I would 100% agree with that.
So here's the next question, though. Do you think the announced Elite Red Star Orb system fixes the current duplicate problem, yes or no?
I mean, it helps. It helps. I still am getting really tired of my dupes on things below the 5-star level.
Right.
And I wish that they would make the bar to climb up to get the, to get a better orb much shorter. Because I feel like I get nothing all of the time, basically, still, whenever it's, anything like 2 or 3, which is most of the time I pull. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's still work on that on the bottom section, but I feel like it definitely helped, especially on the top end, because there you would get totally screwed in the old system.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes,
this is at least a little better.
Yeah. So, 66.4% of the people agreed with us and said yes. Because I do think so I said yes. I'm now going to kind of alleviate to that a bit and say it alleviates the duplicate problem, but I don't think it fixes it.
Right.
So I think I'm going to throw that caveat in there for my personal answer. So
right.
The next question was: have you had a chance to use rescue? Yes or no?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I did too, mostly through the campaign. I just unlocked
did you ask?
Yesterday, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that one.
Is the next question? I forgot if the next question was asking about her or not.
Yeah, asking about her.
Okay.
Because
all right.
I'll eat crow and give my mea culpas on that one. But so 57.4% said no and 42.6% said yes. So the next question was, what do you think about her after playing her? So she's great, or she's good but not great, or she's okay but not good, or she's not okay but not bad, or she's bad, or I haven't had a chance to play with her. I tried to give as many options as possible on this one.
Yeah, so I don't remember which one I put, but I put like good but not great, I think, just because she is very good in the right comp on War, which we mentioned in our last podcast, and that was even before they did the energy switch. So now she's even better in that comp, or the energy fix rather. So now she's even better in that comp. So
this was actually, I think, the day of or right after her energy change.
Right. Well, either way, we didn't know about it at the time, but
right.
But now, so she is very good in that comp, specifically in War, or a somewhat hybrid comp in War. But whenever you start to take her outside of that on other teams, like she's just lackluster. That ability really doesn't do as well, the shielding ability. And I really think that I stand by what I said last time, which is that for a character with a new mechanic, that new mechanic should really shine hard. I feel like in more situations than one.
So, have you seen the videos with her, with that power armor team dominating in like Blitz 8-3?
I haven't seen that, actually.
Yeah, go check that out. I think Tony Bing was one of the first ones to put a video out about that. Mm-hmm. And I know she destroys in War with the power armor team comp. She absolutely destroys in Blitz now as well, because they changed her energy requirements. Mm-hmm. So before, you weren't able to get her ultimate off before everybody else's ultimates were ready. Right. So now she's giving everybody offense up on like turn 2. Mm-hmm. And she's very speedy. So yeah, Iron Man, War Machine, and Falcon are all basically, I mean, you have to hold Falcon's ultimate till the second turn. But right, she's basically giving offense up to everybody on the second turn, and they are absolutely crushing because they've all now got all offense up on their ultimates, and they're all power armor characters that are gaining buffs from each other, or passive benefits. I mean, right. Well, the offense up part destroy in Blitz 8.
Right. So the offense up part is good, but I guess it's the shield mechanic that still falls flat for me for the most part because it doesn't provide as much as I wish it would.
And you know what? I can agree with that. I think barrier is kind of a joke, to be honest, because it has almost no protection whatsoever. What was it 3,500 plus 10% of her health?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going.
And so in war, it's better because you have the boosts from the rooms and things like that, so it does perform a bit better. But yeah, here it just not so great. But the offense up was the best part of the kit.
Yes,
I think so, and that obviously sounds like the main reason that it plays up there.
Yeah, and it's like somebody in chat here, creative name in chat said 170k power armor team smoked his 250k fury team. They didn't lose anyone in Alliance.
Oh wow! In what?
In Alliance War. Which you did, did say was their best mode, and I agree with that 100%. But they're also, a very good Blitz team apparently.
I actually really want to go look up that video for Blitz now.
Yep, after the show.
I'll have to do that afterwards. Yeah,
after the show. And so that was the last question on our poll. After that, we had the grab bag questions. So I'll kind of scan through those when we get there and kind of cherry pick out some that I think are pretty good. And we do have a couple in our grab bag channel, which is probably gonna, I don't know, we'll maybe keep it on the forum. Maybe we'll go back to the just in the channel. I like the forum because it's easier to read, and I don't have to kind of remember who did what where. So, but
yeah,
all right, let's move on and let's talk about the news of the week. So, the news of the week is X-Men are here. And
that's right.
Holy cow. They are going to be crazy. I mean, on paper.
Yeah.
On paper.
In game. I don't care what in game they're going to be crazy. Everywhere they're going to be crazy.
It looks like they will. Well, not in raids.
That's true.
We'll talk about this in a bit, but on paper, they look like they will be the dominant arena team. Now, until we see how everything works together, we'll have to kind of see, and we don't know how that's going to work on defense yet. But on offense, in arena, they absolutely 100% look like they are going to be the dominant arena team. Fox and I haven't had a chance now that the kits are available on msf.gg because unfortunately I haven't seen the ability requirement. So what abilities require what to get to what damage.
Right.
Because the Wakandans are supposed to be the best raid team, but you have to throw 20 T4 ability mats.
Big investment. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's an astronomical investment that only the whaliest of whales are making. And
by now I assume more people have made them, but yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's a huge investment.
No, more people, not most people.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still probably throw them. They're probably still in the whale part.
Yeah, I guess so. I would imagine some dolphins probably have them there.
Yeah, maybe. My fear is, and I hate to make comparisons, but my fear is that and I think we saw this with some of the gear too.
Mm-hmm.
Strike Force saw what Galaxy of Heroes has done recently,
and
they're kind of copycatting it. And they're taking the focus away from the characters as the moneymaker. And they are going to the gear and abilities as the moneymakers.
Right.
So, for example, Psylocke has new gear that is unavailable for farm.
Right.
It has to drop in an orb or show up in the store. It's the only way you can get her past gear 10 right now.
Right.
Yeah. We and what's funny is Galaxy of Heroes did that same exact thing not 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Maybe a little bit longer. Malik. I think Darth Malik was the first one to do it, and then Padme's doing it now. But I mean it's a way of shifting from the character purchase being the main moneymaker to the gear focus being the moneymaker. And
right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like it, but I mean, it kind of is what it is, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it is what it is.
I think the thing is, though, is that so, I've been working on trying to get into Fear the Darkness.
Right.
Oh, since I brought that up, sorry, guys, quick tangent. Hebrew, will you please tell everybody why you don't talk about Fear the Darkness on the podcast, since you are in there right now?
I did mention this before on whenever I was with Roy, but the reason why I don't,
is that
first of all, I don't
our
know why
podcast?
I'm so.
That's not our podcast.
Huh? Well, yeah, but I think we have a lot of the same listeners, but I think it just surprises me that people are even worried. I should be flattered that people care enough, but yeah, basically for me, and I'm as I said, I mentioned this before. I'm not even bothering really going through yet. So even though I have the characters or I have some of the characters that I want to do it, but the characters that I need to make a really good team to do it, I don't have them all there yet. I'm really focusing on getting there, mostly Minerva. And so once I get Minerva up there, which she is currently T12, and she is about halfway to T13. So once I get her in there, then I'm going to go ahead and go hard. For me, I would rather it goes so much faster with Minerva there than crawling your way through it.
At least been making progress.
No, I have that's why I said before I haven't even been playing it because I know I'm going to go so much faster. I'm not wasting my time with it now.
But you would have at least been okay. So I get that, right? You're not wasting time.
The reason why I'm doing it, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because whenever I was in Enter the Darkness, I went through and it was such a pain to go through, right? It took forever. And then once I got Shield, whenever I wanted to clear it again, I drove through it.
Yeah.
And so it just wasn't worth the agony that I remember. So this time I was like, whenever I get Minerva, I'm just going to clear it.
Fair enough. Since you mentioned Shield and Enter the Darkness, I made the mistake of forgetting that you had to have 6-star everybody, and not all my Shield team is 6-star yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Fury himself is only 5.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
how's that AIM team looking?
Yeah, that AIM team's looking awesome, man.
That AIM team's looking perfect.
Why you gotta do that? Why? There are very few regrets I have in life. No regrets. So
yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked back in, going, "Hey man, I got Shield team now. Let me see what I can do on the timed run." Oh wait, there's only like a few that are in here.
Yeah,
Fury's not one of them. And I'm like, well, yep. I'm not even gonna. I just shut it back down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna waste my time.
Yeah, exactly.
So my timed run is currently at like 14 days.
That's funny.
So, because I just don't care. There's no reward for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's for funsies.
It is. It is for funsies. And honestly, without Fury, not fun.
That was kind of that's kind of what was my first experience. And I was like, okay, so much easier with Fury.
So let's talk about these X-Men a little bit more in depth. I don't want to go too far in depth because when we do our character deep dives later on, we'll dive into these kits more at that time. So I just want to kind of get a general overview of what your feeling is on their kits.
So their kits are insane, honestly. They're too good. I think that the most, other than Storm and Wolverine, I think the most down-to-earth kit is Psylocke. But that's not saying much.
Insane.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But that's not saying much considering her abilities. So it does, you have to admit there's a big difference between Psylocke and the other end of the spectrum, which is Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix. That's on another planet of overpowered.
That
right?
is on another planet of overpowered.
And then Colossus is just the biggest, beefiest, meanest tank I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and so we talked about this a bit earlier, and I briefly mentioned it in my release video that I'm really, really, really worried about the direction of this game as far as power creep, because it's insane what we're seeing 1 year in. I mean, we're just 1 year and a month and a half in, almost 2 months. Let's just call it 1 year, 2 months. So 14 months. And we're seeing we're seeing a character that's being introduced that rivals a character that just got, actually 2 different characters that just got released in Galaxy of Heroes after 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and I know people don't like it when I do that comparison, but it's, I'm not going to go over that again, but it's still, it's an apt comparison, and it's crazy that we see this power creep this early in a game like this.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I've always been like mentioned before in the podcast that power creep is my biggest concern with this game. Still is, but I've just come to the realization that they're gonna do it. Like, that's what makes money in mobile games, is power creep. I think really that their eyes always on the next team, like moneymaker for the next team. So I think always the next big team that they're coming out with is going to be intended, at least, to be more overpowered.
And I think what they're doing to kind of mitigate the overall impact is they're making them kind of mode specific. And I agree. Really, honestly, I hate that, to be honest with you. I don't like that. I mean, it really kind of destroys some of the fun of the game when you get new characters that that have mode specific kits.
Right.
Such as power armor characters, War Machine, Falcon, and Rescue that have benefits only in war.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think some people like it, but I personally don't as well.
I don't either.
I would prefer a subtle nod to the mode rather than a big buff.
Right. Because I prefer to do more theory crafting, and I want to build teams, right? That was part of the reason why I worked on the AIM was I was kind of trying out different aspects of that team. By the way, we'll talk about it later. I actually think that investment may pay off soon. But the fact that they do this and these characters are really only working in very specific team synergies kind of destroys a little bit of the fun. Yeah,
I agree with you. Creative in the chat just said the same exact thing. It really does. If you always keep it team based, it really takes away the whole plug and play, see how it goes and create, different new meta teams. So I think Minerva was a big one for that, though. Like Minerva did create like a lot of like hybrid teams to go with. It wasn't crazy hybrid, like, it was pretty expected, but as far as traits were concerned, but at least it wasn't straight up just this team, you put it in here. Like, it wasn't Minerva in Kree team go. You know what I mean? You certainly can put her there and she's going to do great, but you can put her in other teams as well, and you can make even better teams than her in Kree.
I don't think that her in the Kree team is her best play, to be honest.
No, I that's what I was saying. Like, I fully agree.
She could be put there and she'll do great. Yeah, you agree? Yeah, I guess I'm saying I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. I'm always right. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm theory. No, you're not. But that's okay. I was doing some internal theory crafting because.
Gotcha.
I made the comment earlier that I think that AIM team may wind up paying off.
Oh God!
And that's because there are 2 of these X-Men kits that I think work fantastic with AIM, and that is Psylocke and.
Is this real life? This is what's going to happen now?
It might. It might. I mean, look. Right. So Psylocke takes 2 negative effects from each ally and puts them on primary target. Mm-hmm. So A Monstrosity gives himself defense down like turn 1. Mm-hmm. Psylocke can then take that, give that to the primary target, and then attack for 300% piercing damage.
Yeah, but the problem is then you just have a shit character taking the place of a spot for a really good character.
You say shit character, but I'm
defense down.
You, man. Look, have you seen that guy hit somebody with defense down?
I don't think so because I don't think so because I've always killed him before he has a chance to do anything. He's like,
you were facing a really poor AIM Monstrosity. Look, you were talking about I mean, this guy, he's not a blaster, but he's hitting he's got 16,000 base damage.
Didn't someone tell us that those numbers weren't even accurate?
I don't
for the AIM team. I remember someone saying that. I don't really remember 100%, but I'm pretty positive someone said that, not specifically for him, but for another AIM minion. I just don't remember which one it was, but
yeah, I mean, if only we knew somebody with a 7-star AIM minion that can check. Oh, hold on. Look, my 7-star AIM minion, a monstrosity with 2 red stars. I feel like that
sentence should never exist. Sorry, continue.
So I've got a 7-star A monstrosity with 2 red stars, and he's tier 9.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 8,000 power, 8,000 damage.
Right.
He'll hit really, really hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he will do some damage.
He will do the damage.
He will do the damage. And then you've got, I think Scientist Supreme can work really well with them because she's given everybody negative effects. And Psylocke's kit specifically says take 2 negative effects from all allies and apply it to the primary target.
Yep. That is something.
So, and Scientist.
And then if we just replaced Dark Phoenix with AIM Researcher, then we got a real team going.
Hey, I didn't go that far, man. I was talking about 2 specific characters for 2 very specific. And look, that's part of the fun though for me. And I'll try that team in Blitz when I get those characters. I will try that team in Blitz. I would
love it, and I'm sure everyone else would. Give me that video proof of that team destroying, and I will give you you were right and I was wrong. Nothing would make nothing would make me laugh harder or happier if you came out of the woodwork with an AIM hybrid team that blew stuff away.
Man, did you see how slow Psylocke is?
No, what's your speed?
93.
93? That's not crazy. I mean, it's not
for
great.
A martial artist.
Yeah,
but
she's
feels
also
a little slow.
But she's pretty strong.
She is very strong. And honestly, I kind of like the fact that she's so slow because all her abilities are fully charged, right?
Yeah.
So Scientist Supreme has a 97 speed.
A 97 speed?
Yeah, and Psylocke has a 93 speed.
Right.
So guess who can throw up give everybody negative effects, and then Psylocke just goes, oh, hey, you take all those negative effects.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I figured, I'm sure that the reason why their speeds are all what they are is because there's synergy reasons, whenever they go in order in team play.
The one I want to see, though, real quick, is because I think the Brotherhood are so quick. That's really what it's about. Yeah, right. Guess who's got a 95 speed?
Who?
Pyro.
Yeah.
That's your reason why. I think we may have just gained a benefit. And dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna try that team once I unlock Psylocke. Now
you go for it.
My Scientist Supreme isn't the greatest. I mean, look, she's level 70.
Of course.
She's only 4-star.
Not going to come to play with anything less than a perfect Scientist Supreme.
But she's only 4-star because I stopped farming her for shield and Kree.
Yeah.
But she does have 3 red stars, and she's tier 10. So she's sitting about 32k power.
God. Whatchamacallit? Oh my God, how am I blanking on his name? This joke is no longer funny. I've now just gone full retard. What is his name? Fury. Fury. Forgot Fury's name. I was gonna say, how many stars do you have on Fury as a comparison? But
4 red stars.
Yeah, no longer funny anyways. I stumbled on it enough.
Yeah, you did stumble on it enough. And Fury's actually one of my strongest tunes. He is sitting at level 70. He's 5-star. 4 red stars, and he's at 45k power. So he's about 13k power higher than her.
Wow.
And he's sitting at T11, so he's getting close to getting ready to hit that T13 bump.
He's only T11?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got a ways to go on Fear of the Darkness, man.
Yeah, you do.
So,
what's your Minerva at?
T11. But
T11? Okay, well, that's not so bad because she came out,
right.
much later than Fury did, but yeah.
She is T11. She's about ready to hit one of the pieces.
Did you see Creative's comment? They were keeping this episode tight until the what if aim corner. That's true. Completely went off the rail. We probably should hop right back to what we were. I don't even remember what we were doing now.
Hold on. So Minerva, we'll get right there. Minerva's 4 stars, 2 red. She's at sitting about 35k power, so she's slightly more powerful than Scientist Supreme.
Yeah, that's great
They
for
were
you.
keeping these episodes tight until the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, let's see. We were talking kits. So, Psylocke. I mean, her kit really is going to be about dealing the damage and transferring those effects.
Yeah, transferring the effects, I think, is her biggest give to the team here. These, like the clear 2 positive effects from each target, like that's really nice.
Yep.
Transfer the 2 negatives, also a huge benefit. Like
she also gives gain, evade, and counter.
Yeah, for her passive. Yeah. Which synergizes really well with, I believe it was Colossus who had the 50% proc. Who had the 50% proc? Yeah.
I think it was Colossus.
When an X-Men ally drops below 50% max health, gain +1 taunt up to a maximum of 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, it's just all going to be survivability. Like, whenever, she throws an evade and a counter on top of that, like, and then he's going to taunt off, it's going to be great. So, yeah, really good character. I know we'll do, like, more in-depth stuff later, so I don't want to, like, go too into each one because there's a lot of characters.
There are a lot.
So, yeah. That's but very good. She's definitely the I don't want to say worst because she's not the worst, but she's the most down to earth character of the 3. Actually, I guess of the 4 new characters, 5 new characters that I have to use because I forgot Chavez and Cyclops. Actually, you know what? Chavez, I put her below Psylocke for sure. So
maybe. I mean, we'll get to Chavez. Chavez. I think it's Chavez, right?
I don't know. I say Chavez.
I don't
American.
know.
I don't know.
You're the
Chavez,
one that's got.
I say.
Yeah, you probably know that better than I do. So.
Yeah, I do.
I'll just
defer to me.
Yeah, I'll defer to your judgment on that one.
I'm sure that everyone's going to be like, "No, you're wrong, you idiot."
Well, I didn't want to get too personal, but you know why I said you probably know better than I do.
Yeah, but trust me, I do not know.
So yeah, let's talk Colossus. So Colossus Ringdinger. If you watched my video, did you like how I said Ringdinger?
No, I literally physically recoiled whenever you said that because it was so similar
to what?
What's his face? Yeah. What are you doing? I will turn this podcast off.
Which is fine. I have the master record.
I walk away. You can solo the rest of it.
I'll solo the rest of it. Hey, I'll just find people in the chat that want to join.
There you go.
So yeah, he's got that basic Ringdinger, which is really nice because it hits for decent damage and applies offense down. He does gain taunt, and he does do taunt for 2 turns if Phoenix is an ally. And I love the 2-turn taunters.
Yeah.
So that's nice. His enduring protection is going to give him 2 death proof and charged. And then his
passive, that's a big one too. Increasing the duration.
Oh yeah.
On his positive effects
by all positive effects
by +3.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. And that's only now that is only for positive effects that can stack. So there are some positive effects that don't stack. So like I don't think regen stacks. I think regen is a one and done. Like you can get 2 regen, but you can't get 1 regen for 2 turns. I could be wrong on that.
I'm not sure if it would just basically turn it into that.
It doesn't. It does not.
Okay. All right. It does not. Well, interesting. But
and it's the same for negative effects because I've asked about some of these mechanics, right?
Okay.
And it's the same thing for negative effects. So if a negative effect if you cannot stack a negative effect when Psylocke or Phoenix go off and they apply negative effects to either themselves or the enemy, they can't. They're not getting 2 if it's not stackable. They're only getting 1.
I got you. Plus, I just want to also mention, because I'm not sure if you said this, but also the apply to deflect, especially whenever he on his special. To his self and X-Men allies. That's crazy too. I mean, we know deflect is a very strong ability, and so applying that as well, AOE. It's crazy.
Yeah,
he's such a stacked character. It's ridiculous.
And these abilities are ready on turn 1.
Yeah,
I mean, they're turn 1 abilities, and he's got an 88 speed, so he's going after everybody else.
Yeah.
So look, the X-Men are a slow team, apparently.
Well, for him specifically, you want him to be slower.
You do,
because keep those taunts for longer.
Slow 2-turn taunting tanks are great.
Yeah.
But you also want. You want Phoenix and you want Psylocke to go off to remove all the buffs, to get rid of negatives, and to make this stuff feel more powerful. And you need it to be so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of analysis of this team. What?
You said
let's not go there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do a lot of comparisons on these 2 teams, X-Men and Brotherhood, and kind of do a turn order comparison and order of operations.
Yeah,
and see how that goes. So let's get out of the gutter. So. This is the problem with Friday nights is we're both a little tired, and I think we get a little slap happy sometimes. But
but I mean that was just like the worst time for you to stop saying anything. All right. Anyways, his passive though.
His passive is a wall text.
Look at that thing.
It's crazy.
Exactly. And I'm honestly not like we've seen this so often recently. Like everyone's passive is so long and crazy.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a fan of it consistently always being like that.
No.
For all these new characters, but I mean, his obviously because there's obviously so much stuff in it. It's really, really good, and it's all stacked with amazing things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think the thing I want to call out most from his passives. I don't want to go step by step through this. But he's going to get plus 10% damage per charge.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to counter that. So, when he's got taunt, he's going to be attacked by somebody, and he's going to counter for 150% damage.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good, but I think the biggest draw from his passive for sure, considering Phoenix is pretty much always going to be with him because he has so much synergy with her. Really good synergy. The gain defense up for 2 turns.
Yeah.
And apply defense up to all X-Men allies.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really good and really strong. And then not to mention he's also going to be the passive taunter. He's going to kind of pull a Miss Marvel, you know, whenever people drop below the 50% health. So, good, really, really, really good tank. Like Luke Cage on crack, pretty much.
You know what I'm not seeing? Hold on.
What?
Oh, it's not on MSF.GG.
What isn't?
Dark Phoenix.
Oh, because they only have
Phoenix is on there. They only have Phoenix.
I got you.
So let's. Boy, since your mind's in the gutter, let me be very careful what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Phoenix next.
Yeah.
So her Psychic Blast, that's going to do some decent damage. But the thing here for me is that it's going to clear the 2 positive effects.
Right.
I mean, that clearing positive effects on basic is absolutely fantastic.
Right.
I mean, I love Disrupt that we talked about with Cyclops, but give me that positive effect clear any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously an incredibly strong thing on a basic. You know, once again, like these basics are getting too strong. Like, there's sometimes whenever you kind of have to weigh out. I mean, not with this character in specific, but with other characters that are having these, effects applied to their basics. It makes you actually wonder. Maybe I should use my basic attack instead of my special or ultimate occasionally.
Right.
You know.
Well, especially with her special, because there's something in her special that even though it's ready turn 1, you don't want to use it turn 1.
Right, exactly. And that I'm assuming you're talking about she assumes the negative effects or attacks herself.
Well, so she redistributes 25% of her max health. Now, I asked for clarification on this. It is not 25% of her current max health. It's 25% of her base max health.
Right.
So if she has 100,000 max health, but she's been hit for 75,000 and only has, or let's say she's been hit for 50 and only has 50,000 left, she's still going to give 25,000 health to everybody else.
Yeah, I mean that's current versus max. But
Correct.
My question would be more along the lines of if she has the synergy of the like plus 30% max health kind of thing. Like if she has a buff of plus 30% max health, does it go off of her buffed max health, or does it go off of her base max health?
I think it depends on when that buff applies, because the way I understand it is that a lot of these calculations are determined before the characters get their passives applied. So when, like, if you see a character that gets like a plus 30%, there are times that gets applied, like passives get applied and persist after death because they get applied. So they get how is it that it goes? It gets applied before the ability triggers. So I have a feeling that that plus 30% max health would take her from like 100,000 to 130,000, and then you get 25% of that. I'll ask
I would assume that that's how it's worked too. But yeah, I was just looking for clarification.
Yeah, I'll go read through the mechanics list and see if anybody else has already asked that. But
right.
I think I remember reading somewhere from Cerebro that that's how passives work. That passive benefits get applied as soon as they drop in, and they persist after death.
Right. But yeah, so I mean the bestow after light ability or special. I mean, there's so many things to hit here. That's why I don't want to, and I know you're of the same mind with this. We don't want to hit on everything because we want to eventually go over each character.
Right.
I assume, like in an episode, like a special, character spotlight.
We might be able to do that. We'll talk offline about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if you.
That.
I mean, that really, I guess, determines what we do here. Do you want to talk about all the way through with them? I thought we were just kind of skipping around.
Yeah, let's
in
just
the
kind of
character.
skip around here. Because I think this show may already be long as it is.
Exactly. That's my biggest concern. It's going to be super long.
And then we can look at doing character deep dives and then decide how we're going to release that.
Right. But yeah, so the stealth for 2 turns plus the defense up, amazing. The 25% max health redistributed plus an additional 10,000 health, amazing. Bypasses heal block. Important. Because,
why not?
Stole that from Minerva. Yeah.
Screw you, Pyro.
Yeah. So
that's exactly what that is.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's huge. The transfer all negative effects from allies to self. That's the thing that we were talking about earlier, where she wants to die. That's the kill me move.
Yep.
So and then
you'll
see why.
If she's the last person left, she just basically kills herself.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yep.
So, and then, she is a interesting character for sure. We've never seen a character that actively wants to die.
Right. And then then her ultimate, everybody just has 4,000 or 400%, do 400% damage and clear all positive effects.
Yeah.
And you gain to make sure that happens, she's just going to gain 50,000% extra focus.
Exactly. That's the no, you're not getting past this unless God's grace shines upon you. But yeah, it's gonna, lots of damage. I mean, I'm assuming her damage is low. I haven't checked, but I'm assuming it's low because of she's a controller. But 400% damage, even on a relatively low damage character, still a good amount of damage for sure. And then clear all positive effects. That's the biggest thing. Amazeballs.
Yep. I mean, then she turns into Dark Phoenix. And since, unfortunately, we don't have the Dark Phoenix ability
I sent you...
Oh, I have the kits.
Oh, okay.
Do you not remember what I'm blessed to be part of?
No. I know, but I thought you couldn't find it or something because you said that you couldn't find it on MSFGG.
Yeah, but I have the early release stuff.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you had it in front of you.
Oh, wait.
Is what
Didn't they put it on... Wait, hold on. Real quick.
Such a cool looking character, too.
They did not release her kit on the dev blog.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. All right. So her basic is called Immolation. And that basic Immolation, let me get back to that tab. That's the wrong one. Here. Okay. Sorry, I forgot PDFs now open in web browsers.
Yeah. I mean, for the basic one for that one, it's basically she attacks the primary target, but this time...
It's the same thing as Psychic Blast.
Well, plus the adjacent targets for the damage.
Yeah. So it goes from primary to adjacent, and then it clears 2 positive from the adjacents as well.
So it does clear 2 positives from the adjacent as well.
Yeah, it's clear 2 positive from each target.
Nice. All right, good.
Then her special Vitality Drain. It's 20% health from all enemies. And she just gives it to herself. And then she gives regen to all allies. Oh, and an additional regen to all X-Men allies. So she's giving X-Men allies 2 regen.
Yeah.
Phoenix Unleashed is almost the exact same thing as her Phoenix Force ultimate. 400% damage, clear all positive effects, and gain 50,000 extra focus. And the attack is unavoidable.
It's for... The difference, though, is that the Phoenix Force, whenever she is in Jean Grey mode, is for primary target only.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. So I'm not looking back at the other kit. So thank you for making sure I stay on proper target.
Yeah, stay course.
So she will attack all enemies versus just a single target and do 400% damage.
Yeah, and then clear those positive effects from everyone.
From every target. Now,
crazy.
Passive from the ashes, and this is why she kind of kills herself and applies this. Oh, on spawn, she's just going to attack all enemies for 250% damage. Oh, and apply defense down for 2 turns.
Yeah. This is like, what the hell?
Man.
She is a crazy, crazy, crazy champion. I mean, she's already at, the 2 life things is enough to go through alone. I mean, everyone knows, even Revive, that does very little. It's so annoying whenever someone revives, right?
Yep.
And this one, you're gonna whenever you see her go down, that's gonna be your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a terrifying thing. So in theory, yeah, this team is gonna be absolutely nuts. I never want to go against it. Yeah. This is why I stay away from Blitz, because I am not gonna want to see every team out of the 3 options be an X-Men team with Dark Phoenix sitting up there. No way.
Because right now it's just Shield, Defenders, Brotherhood.
Kree, Brotherhood, yeah.
I don't see many Kree up in like 8-2 or 8-3.
I've definitely seen some Kree, and I'd rather go against the Kree than pretty much anyone else. But yeah, I mean it's still very annoying. Any strong synergy team that has that much power over you is not fun to play against. That's for sure.
No, it really isn't. So let's talk about the last character that is going to be coming to the game, and that is America Chavez. Or America Chavez.
Chavez.
One of those two is right. We think.
Yeah.
We could both be wrong.
So that would be terrible.
So her basic Starstruck is she's going to attack for 290% damage and apply defense down. Her special is where it's going to get crazy, and she joins the likes of Deadpool and Gamora, where she's just going to attack for 600% damage. Right? So it's 300% base damage, right? But then she gets 75% additional per hero brawler ally.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not really running her on anything but a hero brawler team. And she's just going to slot right into a Miss Marvel squad, like super crazy easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what she's built for.
I think she was kind of meant to fill the gap of Black Panther, kind of leaving the team for the Wakanda team.
Well, yeah, I think I think that team got decimated quite a bit, honestly. When you also think about, Wolverine's kind of leaving to go to the X-Men.
Yeah,
Wakanda left.
Well, Wolverine was never really in there for the meta brawler team.
Maybe not for the meta. I ran it with Wolverine because he was kind of crazy in that team. He was slower, unfortunately, but when he got rolling and he got hitting, it was pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, Okoye was always theory crafted to be like amazingly good in there, but then as soon as she came out, took her to Wakanda also,
right?
And she got a bit of a rework. So, but yeah, she definitely is going to bring some vitality back to the American brawler team, to the brawler team. That's for sure.
Yeah, and
I am looking forward to that.
Her ultimate, we're going to continue the clearing positive effects trend. So she's going to remove 3 positive effects and then attack for 430% damage.
Yeah.
So she clears, then she attacks. Right?
Yeah.
Again, we have to see orders of operations, but that's how I read it. And usually what I've been told is basically the way it's listed in the descriptions is how it basically gets applied.
Right.
So... and then her passive is she's going to give herself 20% max health, and then all the hero brawler allies are going to gain plus 20% max health. Here, Miss Marvel, that's what you need. You need 20 more % max health because you're not already a pain in the rear end to deal with.
Yeah, that is it. I honestly I'm glad that she's coming because I miss my good old hero brawlers team. So. I'm glad she's thrown back in there. And she has high damage too. She's 15,000, I think.
Damage. That's insane.
Yeah, I think that she might be certainly one of the highest. I think she might be the highest. I'm actually checking that now. Yeah, I think she might be the highest. Let me check. Good old Marvel over here. Marvel's close, but not there. Yeah, everyone's coming at like 14 or lower, around 14 or lower.
Yeah, and so of the new characters, I really think that
Psylocke's got her beat. Sorry, Psylocke has her beat. 16,000.
I'm not surprised. And honestly, you could probably throw Psylocke on that hero brawler team.
Oh yeah, if you want to, I'm not sure if you want to piece her out from X-Men, but yeah,
maybe we'll have to see how it goes, but. Here's the thing. Of all the 4 that we've talked about, I really feel like Psylocke is the most versatile. She will work on teams other than the straight X-Men team. Because her special does, remove the negative effects from all allies. It does bonus if it's X-Men, but it will work with all allies. Colossus will not work without X-Men, to be honest with you, in my personal opinion.
There's just some characters that you don't want to take away from the team because it just becomes exponentially better with that team.
Yeah, and I think America is pretty much a hero brawler only.
Mm-hmm.
she loses a lot of utility and loses a lot of her damage if you take her out of a hero brawler team. So that's one of the things that really frustrates me about a lot of these kits recently, is that you're forced into using specific characters with other specific characters. So we've seen it for a while. I think probably since the Defender rework, really.
Right.
But Shield, Defender, right around that time frame, it just basically went, oh, well, we're just going to go straight team synergy, and here's who you're going to use. Oh, and they will be meta.
I agree.
So you have to use
I think that
to be meta.
Someone brought it up earlier. I forgot who it was, so forgive me, chat. But they brought it up that, it seems like they go this route because it's easier for casual players to put together teams. Like X-Men team, that'll work. Boom. And, casual players seeing that and not having to do a whole bunch of theory crafting or meta finding, it allows them to see, this is the winning team by this team. So it probably helps them out in the money department a little bit by having just straight, easy, this whole team will dominate.
Yeah, filthy casuals. But I guess.
At Dorian Blade on that one. Leave Hebrew Hammer out of
it. We were talking off air before the show about how competitive I am. And it's dangerous because I didn't really tell Hebrew, but I'm pretty sure he could figure this out. If I didn't have responsibilities, I would blow a fortune to be at the top.
I 100%.
I absolutely would blow a fortune.
I just told you I'm actually worried about that with new setups and everything like that now.
Hey, I'm trying to go cheap, right? The tripod I bought was only like $35. I'm using my kitchen wall for a makeshift green screen. I mean,
I think your wife's going to be tightening the purse strings on you a little bit.
She looked at me and says, "You have enough in PayPal to cover all this, right?" And I'm like,
sure.
No, let me get what I got, and then I'll make up for it next month.
Yeah, with sweet loving. That's how you make up for it.
So, all right. So that's our discussion of the new characters that got released in this update.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the Arena store real quick, because that actually just dropped a couple of hours before we started recording, and this is one of my favorite parts of this update.
Yeah.
So
surprising too. I was not expecting it.
Juggernaut's now in the Arena store, so yay. Although now the Gamma Raid's going to be reworked and probably have like 8 blue stars.
Mm-hmm. You're probably right. I'm like not laughing because that might not be a joke.
Oh man, I'm going to need water soon.
So funny it killed Dory.
It did. Dorian killed over. So the other nice thing though is they dropped the Kingpin orb into the Arena store. Now, I had not bought a Kingpin orb before today because it was like 650 cores or something. Which is
I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I think it cost gold or something.
It was
at one point.
Ridiculous amount.
Yeah,
and if it costs gold, that's even worse. At least cores I get every day. Gold,
right?
Oof. But that is now in the Arena store, and I think I dropped like 8,000 Arena store credits opening Kingpin orbs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was worth every penny because I think I got 30 ABCs.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, 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 very close to being able to take one of Minerva's abilities up now. So, yeah. I had pretty much maxed out everybody I wanted in the Arena store. My Juggernaut is relatively close to being next level. So I won't be buying him for very long because he's at 208 to 300. So I'll only be buying him for a short amount of time. And so everything else is going to go into those Kingpin orbs because that's sweet gear.
Yeah. So it was Kingpin orb was 135k gold before.
Oh, was it gold? I thought it was cores.
I thought it was gold. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, regardless, I agree with you. I think it's good for players that have been playing for a very long time that have already pretty much maxed out all the characters that we really want, or even all of the characters. It's very possible that you've had all of the characters maxed out. But
Oh yeah.
because there's really good characters in that store. So if you're new or starting out, don't throw anything on those.
No.
There's so many good characters that you need to be taking there, especially with Juggernaut landing in there. Oof, that's such a good buy.
That is such a good buy.
Like even I'm not touching those orbs because I have to throw down on finishing up my. Actually, is he? He actually might be 7 stars already. I'm not sure if he is. But yeah, that's in the consequential league.
Even then, right? So that I had 12,000 arena credits. I blew 8,000 on the orb.
Yeah.
So you know, I kept enough to keep me going for a while.
Yeah, but you're the exception, not the rule.
Well,
you have a lot of arena credits. I am sitting at I'm sitting at like 2,000 arena credits. Stupidly, I forgot that I already had my Juggernaut at 7 stars, and earlier, whenever we were talking about it, I bought 5 shards for no reason at all, apparently.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I just want to specify for newer players that there are great characters in there that you need to get first.
Yes, that is 100% without a doubt correct. You need, Daredevil's in there, Juggernaut's in there, Gamora's in there.
Mm.
I mean, these are all people that you need to be getting out of the arena store. I mean, Quake's in there, Drax in there.
It's actually like probably the best character store. Shield Security, Numero
Security's in
Uno.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's
Quake, Mordo, everyone.
Mordo's in there because you're gonna want Mordo, and we didn't talk about this with Phoenix, right? And that's my fault, and we'll get there. No, let's go ahead and do it now. So we've kind of talked about the arena store update. So the unlock for Phoenix / Dark Phoenix is Mystic Villain Controllers.
Those bastards.
Villain Mystic Controllers. Okay, so let that sink in for a second. Then go to your roster and realize that there are exactly 5 of those guys.
Yeah.
5. They are Ronan, Mordo, Hand Assassin, Loki. Who's the last one I'm forgetting? Nobu.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Beta players are sitting pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because we had an opportunity to farm Nobu. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get her first go round.
Yeah,
she won't be 7-star, but I will get her. I don't have to farm anything at this point to unlock her and get her at 5 stars.
Yeah, see, for me, it's going to be a little different. I'm so annoyed by this because I have a high hand team, like I do, but my Hand Assassin is the one hand character that I did not put anything into at all, because a long time ago, like, whenever hand was actually decent at the very beginning of the game,
right,
I invested in them. And Hand's Assassin is the one that did not get upgraded at all. So I'm sitting at 3 stars on Hand Assassin, and Loki is at 4.5 stars right now. Everyone else is like maxed. Ronan, actually, everyone else is maxed. Ronan, Nobu, and Mordo, Ronan, and Nobu have 7 stars on them for me. But
wow, you got a 7-star Nobu?
Yeah.
How did you pull that one off?
Depending on what you call it, really bad / good drops. At the time, whenever Mega Orbs originally dropped, I got some big pulls on Nobu, which at the time I was like, oh, cool, unfarmable character. Hand is actually pretty good right now. But yeah.
So I have a maxed Ronan and a maxed Mordo.
Mm-hmm.
My Loki is 5-star halfway to 6.
Okay.
Nobu is 5-star halfway to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's only 46 shards away from 6. Hand Assassin is the lowest on my roster. She's at 125 of 130 shards.
135 out of what?
125 out of 130. So she's
gotcha.
at 4-star, ready to hit 5.
Right. So you are
basically
lucky.
0 work.
Yeah, exactly. So you're sitting pretty. For everyone else, I'm sure everyone is looking at Hand Assassin. And that is going to be the limiter for everyone.
Hand Assassin
I'm
and
sure.
Nobu, because there's only one place to farm Nobu.
That's true. Yeah, I'm being biased with my Nobu.
You are being biased with your Nobu, because my Nobu's at 5-star, and I'm sitting here going, man, do I really want to start dropping work credits on him or Fear the Darkness? Because Phoenix versus Ultron. Because I mentioned this in my video. I'm like, Ultron who? I mean, he's still a great character.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he's still a great character. Phoenix blows. In my opinion, I think Phoenix is going to be better than Ultron.
Yeah, well, okay. Ultron is a more flexible character.
Yeah, but he's almost impossible to get.
No, that's not true at all. As long as you get like I mean, he takes a bigger investment to get. That's for sure.
Let me rephrase, and that's fine. Let me rephrase. He's extremely difficult to get, especially for anybody that hasn't played for a while.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
I'm a beta player now. Again, I went different routes at different times from people from the way other people went.
That's an understatement.
We're not going to take that route. We're not going to take that tangent again. But
yeah,
you know, I'm still not in Fear of the Darkness, and I'm a 1 month beta player. Now, I also have dropped almost less than $50 on the game total. So I mean, it is possible to do completely free to play if you've played long enough and you have completely had laser focus.
Yeah, but
you're those that haven't, because I see a squirrel and I go, what? Okay, cool.
Yeah, especially when that squirrel is spelled AIM.
Hey, we
won't get off on it. Yeah, I just had to say it.
But the requirements for this, I was honestly shocked to see how, at least for me, I felt it was relatively easy. That she's going to be one of the easier legendary unlocks.
I agree with that. And for the same exact reasons, it's weird that she's so obviously amazingly powerful, and the characters that they're pulling out are so available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On the flip side, I'm now worried that if you don't have T12, you're not unlocking her. Like,
as far as the difficulty?
Yes. I think the difficulty is going to be out of this world insane.
I don't think it's going to be too bad.
I mean, we'll see. Look,
the problem
my top three are like, so my Ronin's 43K, my Mordo's 32.5, and Loki is 29.5K.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to
carry.
Yeah, the problem is that your damage is going to be fairly low.
Yeah,
but they're looking at those characters, but there's so much.
They're all low damage.
Huh?
They're Mystic controllers. They're all really low damage.
Right, exactly. So I'm saying that the damage is going to be low, but I mean, just even if you look at Nobu and Loki alone, like those invises are going to be so annoying. I mean, or good for you, annoying for the AI to play around, I bet. Right. So, I think it'll be okay. I'm interested to see what happens, especially since you can ability block with Ronin and stuff. So we'll see.
You can ability block with Ronin. You can stun with Mordo. You can apply defense down and offense down with Mordo. Loki.
Yeah.
I mean,
the heal block is probably the biggest thing.
The heal block is probably going to be huge. Loki's going to get that defense down and have the enemy team basically attack themselves.
Yeah, and his hand assassin will be there.
So we'll see. But I'm worried the difficulty level is going to be really, really high, and they're going to drop enemies that are direct counters to these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it'll be Jean Grey and Minerva that bypass heal block.
Right.
So,
we'll see what happens.
But I think for me, I was kind of like, oh, sweet, I'll have a legendary. The first go around.
Yeah, first go. You'll have a legendary.
I can't wait for that aim to come back and be like, look.
Yeah, but then after that, you realize, oh my god, I have so many things to level up. That was my experience after I got Magneto. I was like, yes, I got him. And then first run, and then I was like, oh my god, I have so much to do.
My Brotherhood still isn't completely leveled up.
Really?
Yeah, so Magneto's at 70, Pyro's at 70, Juggernaut's at 67, Sabretooth's still at 60, and Mystique's at 65.
What tier?
They are all minimum 5-star. Juggernaut and Sabretooth are both 6-star.
I'm sorry, I meant gear tier.
Oh, so Mags is tier 10, Jugs is tier 10, Pyro's tier 10, Sabretooth is 9, and Mystique is 9.
Okay. I don't know why I'm asking you all this. We should hurry up.
Yeah. So next on the list here of things that just got dropped on us today, Alliance War changes are coming.
Oh, this is so good.
This is really, really, really good. I mean, it's missing one thing that I want, but apparently they're still in discussions about things, so we'll see. Hopefully.
Let me guess it before you say it.
Okay.
By the way. Do you want me to guess now?
Go ahead.
Increase for winners?
No.
Okay.
No. I think that I'm not going to lie. I think it would be great if you win that you get at least one, of these orange orbs.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the thing I want is a reduction in frequency.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would 100% love a reduction in frequency and then double rewards.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
That would be dream status. I would love that so much.
Yeah.
Because I got to be honest, like war was a big impact on me in my playing the game, like with such excitement as I used to. Like luckily X-Men has reinvigorated me because I really love what they did with X-Men and I can't wait to play them. But War was, it's such a beating. Every other day I'm going into it, I'm just like, oh my God, this is too much.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, we're in a war right now and I haven't even really looked at it. But
yeah, I've already looked at it a little bit. I'm about to hop in. But yeah, I hope everyone sympathizes with that. I don't know if I'm alone on that or not, but I imagine not.
I can tell you, you're not alone for me.
Yeah, you're not
feel
good company.
The same way.
So.
but that's the burden of everything that we are doing.
Yeah.
So, and then adding in the new, especially for me, adding in the new content creation. And the time, I have a newfound respect for the guys that have been doing videos. I used to be like, oh man, they're only doing like 10-minute videos. Jeez, we're doing 2, 3 hour, 4 hour podcasts. I mean, but the amount of time it takes,
like flash forward to you putting together that ridiculous setup.
Flash forward to me putting together the ridiculous setup. The hours I have spent recording and re-recording and re-recording, and then the editing.
Yeah.
And just like, I have a newfound respect for these guys. I really, really do. So,
yeah.
So they are Alliance War changes. They are increasing the number of the amount of the rewards for a losing alliance. We do not know how much that amount is going to be as of yet.
Right.
But we do know that it is increasing.
Yeah, that's the important part.
And they are changing the start times for the seasons because of the fact that the Alliance War starts at 5 p.m. on a Monday, and the season started like 2 hours after that. They have decided to go ahead and change the start time to a Sunday at 5 p.m. instead. So what they've done is basically said, hey, you can have a day to switch alliances, and you want to do it on Sundays.
Yeah, it's good that they did that.
It is. It is good that they did that. We now get a basically bi-weekly Alliance Implosion Day. So,
yay.
At least we can schedule around it now, so that's always a bonus.
Yeah.
And then I think one of the last things that we're going to talk about as part of our news update, the Elite Star store changes. Do you think we covered it enough during the poll, or should we go into a little bit more depth?
I think it's okay.
So
like, obviously, enough people understood it, right, from the poll.
I mean, this was before we saw what actually was happening. So
That's true.
I'm just going to say real quick.
Sure.
As you get duplicates from either a standard orb, I think the standard orb, if you hit a 4, 5, or 6 duplicate, now that's an actual duplicate,
right?
You'll get the credits towards the next orb. Hopefully, you don't pull a standard orb and get a 5-star Winter Soldier that you already have at 5 stars, and then wind up getting 4-star Elite because you pulled out of a standard. I hope that doesn't happen. I haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the progression on these. I really don't. I really think that as time plays out, it's not going to be. I think it's kind of. It looks new and shiny, and we're all just kind of like sweet. But I'm trying to think 2 or 3 steps ahead, and I'm concerned that the end result really is the exact same thing we left. It's just they put lipstick on that pig.
Yeah, kind of like whenever they did the Ant-Man, like way back in the day, whenever they did the Ant-Man change.
Yes.
For the drops.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we're just gonna. I've got to see more data though. I've got to see more data. I am working from a very limited data set, and that's just not good.
I was just thinking for some reason. I was thinking back to whenever I covered the episode for that on Power Core for the Ant-Man thing with Irish. And I'm thinking it would be really funny to go back to like one of the really old episodes and see what the problems were then with the game. And just laugh hysterically because we had no idea, what was coming in the future.
We had no clue.
And we were yelling and angry about these little things. Which makes me think I don't want to see what's in the future.
No,
from now, that's for sure.
I don't either. Hey, quick side note.
Yeah.
Get in and run Alt 6.
Oh shoot. There's still 13 hours on it. You made it sound like I was about like
I've nearly cleared.
I was the last person holding us up. Oh, okay, nice. Well, yeah, I'll finish that off whenever we finish up.
So, yeah, I don't want to go into this too much because, they've explained it kind of well. I think the store was a little confusing for people, and I do plan on doing a video on explaining some of that a little bit more.
Yeah,
I will say, kind of sneak peek, I would not buy the promotion credits. Period. I just wouldn't, and the reason for that is when you do the math. To get a guaranteed 5 red star character, it will cost you the equivalent of 60 4 red star orbs. Now, out of those 64 red star orbs, you have a chance of pulling a 5, 6, or 7 star character.
Right.
So, yes, you can look at a specific and maybe the specific character you want will drop. Like, if you've got a 4 red star rocket and you really want a 5 red star rocket and you want to guarantee a 5 red star rocket, and you're okay giving up 60 chances at a 4-star or higher character,
right?
Then go for it. Me, I'm just not. No. Give me the pulls.
Right. I mean, I agree. Going for the individuals, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. And the other key to remember with those is that you will only see 1 star level higher than your current roster. So, for example, me. I have no red stars on Daredevil, which makes me want to cry between you and me.
Yeah.
And if he were to be randomly selected to be in the store, he would only show up with 1 red star. He will never show up with a 2 or higher red stars because I don't have any on him right now.
Right.
So the store will show every character in the rosters that are red star eligible, but it will only be in a 1 red star increment over what you currently have. So you will never see what you have or lower. So I have like a 3 red star Gamora. I will not see a 3 red star Gamora or lower in the store at any time. It will only be 4 red star or higher. Well,
Yeah.
it'll only be 4 red star until she's higher. Then it'll be 1 star higher.
Right, exactly.
What else? Oh, so the nice thing is the 7 red star will give you another free 7 red star pool. You can buy guaranteed 7 red stars. I have not seen the price on that yet. I've seen the price on the 6 red star, and that you have to use the gold promotion credits for that, and it takes 5 of those to get a guaranteed 6 red star character. So you're giving up half of a 7 red star orb for a 6 star character.
Right.
Just keep that in mind before you start buying these individuals. And unless you see something like it's a 6 star Minerva or 6 star Fury or Magneto or like some completely OP character, I don't know if I could ever pull that trigger.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know, and I'm gonna cover it not quite more depth on my video, but when I started doing the math, it really started to bother me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think once we get the maths done, as you were talking about with Assassin, that would be really nice to see someone in chat sense about it. No, I know, but it's nice to have Assassin.
Update.
Yeah, but it's nice to have Assassin as a backup. You know,
right?
As a checker.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Everyone needs a checker.
Assassin is great. I love the fact that he's on our shows from time to time, or it was in the past, and you know we've gone into the maths, so. It bothers me though because when I pulled a 5 red star Merc Soldier. Shoot me.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind this is already a long episode.
Yes, I know. I'm getting there. So I pulled a 5 red star Merc Soldier, who I already had 2 red stars on. Mm-hmm. I got 200 tickets for a 4 red star Elite Orb. Right. That's going to take forever. You need 50 duplicates basically of a 3-star or lower character to get a 4 red star Elite Orb.
Right.
It's pretty high. So
I would agree with that for sure.
We'll see. I'm positive. I mean, look, we're getting some changes. We're moving in the right direction. They're going to wait another 6 months before they make anything other changes to, see what the data sets look like. I'm sure, but
but changes are good. It means that they're willing to budge at least.
As long as it's more than just a,
superficial change.
Yeah, right now it's really feeling like a superficial change.
Yeah, even that is better than absolutely nothing, though. I still think.
Maybe I try to look beyond the superficial. I want to. Right. I need the data. So.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's everything for the news. Is there anything that we're forgetting that you can think of?
Wait, that was just the news?
Yeah, that's just the news.
Holy cow!
We had a lot of news today, man.
Whew. Yeah, that was just a lot of news.
I mean, we had the update yesterday. We had new stuff drop into the today. I mean, it's crazy. We did not even cover the dev blogs. Yeah, we kind of did when we covered the news.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of already covered that, to be honest. But
we didn't look at is there anything? Oh, there are a couple of Alliance War features. So you'll now be able to see wartime rosters, so you can view characters that are available for war attacks. And then Alliance leaders can now move squads around the helicarrier room. So that's really nice for
that's big.
For them.
Yeah,
that is really big. Challenges will now sort to show unfinished first. So you don't have to scroll. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Little quality of life update.
Added new Alliance messaging to celebrate various player achievements. I've seen those. Those are kind of fun. There were some bug fixes that came in. I mean, I'm not seeing anything like crazy here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything super crazy on the bug fixes. So,
right.
I'm not going to go over those. So that was from if you want to read those, you can go to MarvelStrikeForce.com. and click on the updates and go to release notes 3.2, and you can see the complete list of the features that were added. And then you can look at the dev blog for today talking about the X-Men. All right. We are currently unedited sitting at 2 hours. We're only at 2 hours.
Let's do the grab bag and call it a day.
We're going to do the grab bag. So just so you guys know, we're not doing a character spotlight this week because we had so many new characters come into the game, and we have a rescue blitz going on right now. So we'll probably do Psylocke's character spotlight next week when she's available in the campaign, and she is free to play available, which has kind of been our policy for the character spotlights. We do them during their blitz runs, not when you have to buy them.
Yeah, plus we just did 5 character spotlight lights.
Well,
you know what I mean?
We did do light spotlights, yes.
Yeah.
However, as a caveat,
yeah,
I personally am not a spender.
Mm-hmm.
You know this, and hopefully our listeners would know this.
Yeah,
I would readily drop $25 for Psylocke. Readily
for Psylocke.
Yes.
Yeah, just for the sake of having, especially if you want to do really good in arena, I'd certainly buy her because the whole X-Men kit works so well together that I would really throw down on her probably.
I wonder if she would work with just Storm and Wolverine and 2 others right now. I'll have to take
I'm sure you can get something to fit well enough, but it's not going to be full X-Men style.
Probably no, absolutely not. But I wonder how well it would stack up. But that's just me. It's not, it's funny. I was already accused of collecting a salary from Fox Next. That's not the case. But
that's
I will tell you.
I wish that was the case.
You and me both. You and me both. But I would say that I would buy Psylocke because that $25, even if you got the bare minimum, guarantees you an unlock.
Right.
So definitely worth it, in my opinion. All right. Let's jump to the grab bag. So we have a couple that were on Discord, and we had some that were on the listener poll. So let me jump to the ones on Discord real quick because they're going to be easier to sort. Okay. Let's see. So the first question was, with the credits they give us, can you buy either an Elite 5 for guaranteed or a chance at 6 and 7? Which is the better option? I think we've kind of given that. Personally, I think we both agree that you're better off just sticking with, yes, they're random, but it's a guaranteed at a specific star level. Now, unless you're going for a very specific team and they drop in the store, I mean, you're still at the randomness of the store. So, I wouldn't do it. So Pope Jesus Christ asked, does being part of the Envoy program dampen or hinder your ability to be honest in your criticism of the game and Fox Next as an entity? So I'll take this one.
Yeah.
Not really. So as I'm sure you've heard in this episode, we have been critical of some things.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on how you do the criticism. So as long as we're respectful and we give, we're not just completely trashing or bashing, then it's acceptable, right? As long as you're respectful about it. There's a way to give criticism. Some of the anger in the past is gone away.
I mean, I still part of the reason why I stayed away from it was to talk about things that wouldn't be under the purview of envoys. But it sounds like that isn't really a problem anymore. But the other thing was so I can be definitely critical of Fox Next. Feel free to be very critical of Fox Next whenever I wanted to. We still, as Dorian pointed out, we still are for sure. But I am allowed at least to just go to town on Fox Next if I want to, which some days I like having them as a punching bag. But I definitely, being adjacent to it, I still try to rein it in a little bit more. But they haven't, honestly, the changes recently have only been since war. That was the last thing that I absolutely hated. But recently, it's only been really it's been going up, not down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, nothing really to complain about like crazy.
No, there really isn't. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I'll let you take this one. After Cyclops enters as the 6th member of the X-Men, who gets left out?
Oh, who gets left out? I thought this was going to go, who's the next character coming for the X-Men? So who gets left out? I would imagine, let me see. So it would probably be Storm for me. She's the character that I think right off the top of my head, it's either going to be Wolverine or Storm. I want Wolverine just so I can have the fastball special still.
Right.
But, I mean, Storm definitely has it. It would probably actually depend on mode that I'm bringing them in, I think. But, yeah, I'll probably take Storm out, I think, if I'm going to do, like, something with the arena. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I think I probably agree with you on that one. I think, I mean, it's obviously going to be either Storm or Wolverine, but...
Yeah, the nice thing now is that with the team setup that they have, I can protect Storm a lot better.
Right.
So if I ever want to go into a raid situation, like I'll take out Wolverine and then put in Cyborg.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is something I forgot to talk about.
What?
So you know that her ability reads. Oh, excuse me. Her ability reads that when she dies, she cannot be revived as Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. Read that a little bit closer because Dark Phoenix is a summon.
Mm-hmm. Is a summon.
She will not carry over from raid node to raid node.
Oh, gotcha.
If you
yeah,
want
that
Phoenix
makes sense.
in raids, you're going to have to use heal credits on her.
That's interesting. So that's not very good for raids at all. I mean, she's still a good character though, but she's going to die. Like chances are, if you're taking her into, especially a long node, she's probably going to die at some point.
Yep. And then you'll get Dark Phoenix. But then if you want to take them back into the next node, you're dropping heal credits on her. So that Dark Phoenix is a summon. She is not a character. Yeah. And that may be why they don't have her kit up on MSF.GG yet, is because she's not a real character.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it really, really, really hinders the effect of using her in raids because Colossus banks on a lot of Phoenix being around, and Phoenix just won't last in whatchamacallit, in raids, so she won't last long. So, that could be a problem.
Yeah,
for sure.
They were meant specifically for arena.
Yes.
They were designed that way.
Exactly, yeah. They did say that, so that's totally fine.
Yep.
But I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah, she'll just reset, back to Jean Grey on my next one, as long as she doesn't die as Dark Phoenix. In my mind, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm dumb, apparently, so...
Well, it was very confusing at first, and I completely missed the summon as well because I was talking on the official MSF Discord about hey, I'd like to try them in raids, and people are like, you realize she's a summon, right? And I'm like, wait, what? I've had this kit for almost 3 days, and it just never dawned on me. Just like
crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. This is a good one. This is not a question, but thank you for making the game. You're welcome. Let's see. If Paul Bettany had the opportunity to play Hebrew's account and wanted Vision on his team, what would Hebrew's excuse be for having a poorly leveled Vision?
I would say you need to yell at the writers of the movie to give you a better part, and that'll upgrade your character. And then I would ask him if he wants to redo any scenes from A Knight's Tale with me.
Knight's Tale was so good. Heath Ledger
so
was
good.
Such a loss.
Underrated movie.
Yes. By the way, John Wick 3, freaking amazing.
That is so random, but you're. There was actually, come to think of it, some things that I didn't like, but it was definitely a good movie.
Oh, it was so good. There were a few pieces, right? I'll give you that, but overall, top notch, man, top notch.
I wouldn't say top notch, but I mean, it wasn't as good as the first one. I think in rank of how much I liked it, it goes first was the best, second was the second best, third was the third best.
You and I are gonna have to do a movie pod, and it'll be nothing but us disagreeing because you have zero ability to properly register a good quality movie.
Do you not agree with that order?
No, actually, I think that number one is the best, obviously.
Yeah,
but I think number three
better than 2?
Was probably better than 2.
Yeah, you're crazy.
2 was good. I mean, look, I love all of them. I own 1 and 2, but before I went and watched 3, we watched 3 on Saturday. So Friday night we watched 1, Saturday morning we watched 2, and then we went to the movie and watched 3. So I watched them back to back to back.
Okay.
And anybody that hasn't seen it yet, I highly recommend you do that.
Yeah.
But
for the sake of brevity, let's keep going here.
But yeah,
we could go out on that all day.
3 was definitely better than 2. Anyway, let's see. Here's a good one. AFK Arena has the option of refund resources on a character for premium currency. Do you think MSF will ever give us an option like that? No.
Will they? No. Should they? Yes.
Let's see.
That is like one of the greatest things about AFK Arena is that I can refund everything and it's at a very low cost. Like 20 diamonds in that game is like nothing considering how many they give you all the time.
Oh, I get a 10 pool, by the way. I can do that after this. Let's see.
But I wish that they would really implement that in MSF. That would be amazing. There's so many characters that I don't use anymore that I could throw everything into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, assuming there will eventually be a full team of Asgardians, it seems like Valkyrie and Sif are natural choices to join Thor and Loki. Who might be the 5th?
Odin.
Odin was the first one that came to mind for me. He would be the legendary leader.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Let's see. Not a question. Thanks for a great show. You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Let's see. Do you think Cyclops isn't part of the initial release of the new X-Men because they want people to build Wolverine and Storm? Maybe. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, if you've been around for any
that's already been done for a while.
You already? I mean, the Storm was actually the first purchase I made in the game. I bought her $25 pack. And
the
Wolverine's
day you became. Or you left free-to-play status forever.
I left it forever. Let's see. With the quote-unquote success of Alliance War, do you think they will ever adjust Arena or, more importantly, Blitz to not require 5 characters per battle so you could cycle up to 8.3 faster? I don't know, man. Cycling
honestly,
up to 8.3 is just a slog.
Yeah, honestly, I just don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they'll ever change this.
Yeah, I don't see them changing it either. And they should. Blitzes. There was actually a Blitz question. Hold on. How many bullets did you want to eat when you saw 1 hour cooldown on Blitz?
Oh God, all of them, all the bullets.
Give me all the bullets.
Seriously.
Let's see.
Nothing makes me less happy.
Next question. This is not a scam. Let's see. Do you think there will be a new hybrid arena team with X-Men, Brotherhood, and Ultron?
With X-Men, Brotherhood, and Ultron, I mean, I can't. Yes, because I think that Ultron is very plug and play, and you're taking 2 teams that have incredibly strong synergy, especially between specific characters, and each character is very good in their own way. So yeah, I think that there could definitely be something there. I haven't looked into it enough to see. Yeah, it's a good question though, because I bet you something will arise from that for sure.
I think so too, and I think
this guy's on the money.
the team comp, to me, is going to be the 3 New Mutants because I think they're the core. Ultron, obviously, and then I think you can kind of Magneto or Pyro as necessary. And shift it.
Pyro, I think for sure would be on there.
So,
but yeah, good question.
Here's a good one. I want the answer to this one. If Vision was required to unlock Gambit, would you build up Vision?
Oh, that is That is so good. Wow.
That is really good.
How has no one asked me that before? That is so good.
Dear listener, please message me who you are because I want to send you a thank you. That is
so good. Wow. I honestly like. I think I'm trying to think of a way around this, but I really like there's just nothing. Man, if I have to level up Vision to get Gambit, oh, man, I really want to say no, but I can't let Gambit not be on my team. So I think.
Do your principles apply anymore?
I don't know. I think that I would. I honestly don't know. My brain is spasming right now. It doesn't know what to do. I think I would have to. I would have to do it. I would have to do it. I would be upset, and I would be yelling and screaming the entire time. But I would do it, and then I would immediately message. Even though I've tried this before, from whenever one of my buddies leveled up my Vision a bit, I would send support endless messages. I would talk to every contact I know in Fox Next, and I would demand that they reset my Vision to nothing. That's the only thing I got. That's the only bullet in my chamber. Man, yeah, that's terrible.
We found it. We found what.
That's a
nightmare.
That is that awesome. Is a nightmare scenario.
Ooh, this is a mean tweet. I don't know if this is directed at me or both of us.
Oh, let's see it.
How many monkeys do you have sitting at typewriters generating random wrong information do you use when preparing your notes? Well, first of all, if you're going to insult me, at least make sure your grammar's correct. Okay?
Got him.
So, I mean, I don't know. When you can come back and ask me in proper English, okay, I'll answer that one. Let's see if you can't have fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you stop the Rose Watch 2019? I've answered that one already. Let's see.
Well, you will stop actually on the Rose Watch 2019 because eventually it'll be going to Rose Watch 2020.
It very well might. It might just become Landscape Watch at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the best power armor team to put in AW defense? I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Falcon gets that benefit on offense. So I don't know if power armor on defense should be used at all. Because you're really using them all together.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like I don't have a power armored squad. I just unlocked Rescue a couple days ago and haven't put hardly any resources into her. So I
would still probably pick Falcon though.
I mean, Falcon on offense or Falcon on defense?
Falcon on defense. Like I think it would be okay.
Falcon's kick gets offensive bonus.
He gets an offensive bonus, but it's not like. I mean, it's good, but it's not like, oh my god, I can only use him on offense. I would still rather use the entire power armor team on offense.
Yes, I would.
But if you wanted to use them on defense, I would still, like a power armor team on defense, I would still put Falcon with him because Falcon's position, like I wouldn't really want to put him anywhere else anyways.
Right.
As far as with another team. So
no, yeah. I agree with that. I just don't know if I guess if you have to use them on defense, then I would use them all.
Right.
Because you get those passive power armor bonuses. So
exactly, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this one's brutal. Could you stop reading these results during the show? It's incredibly boring and has no value. Love you guys. Like I said, the polls are polarizing. You either love them or hate them. I get a lot of people saying, hey, man, love them. They're one of my favorite parts. And then we get people going, oh, really?
Yeah. Can you read off someone saying it's your favorite part?
In the questions, no. But I have seen them on Discord. In fact, you've seen them on Discord because I showed you the feedback.
I 100% agree. I just wanted there are none from you, but yeah.
Let's see. Dorian, have you considered combining your two loves and getting some boots with rose embroidery work? Those are expensive. Well, you get any type of embroidery work or something on boots, and that price really starts to get jacked up. So
Yeah.
let's see. Any
Typical
thoughts on
boot problems.
Huh?
Typical boot problems.
Yeah, right. Oh man, I went to when I went to the Boots Plus, it was like $600 for some of those boots, and I'm just like
Boots Plus. That's the name of the place.
I think I went to It was either Boots Plus or Boot Country.
Man, they're really getting lazy on the naming. With Boots Plus.
Let's see. Any thoughts on who will replace Miles as the new Beta Raid farm? Yes, Miles will replace Miles.
Miles will replace Miles.
Yes, because Miles is the Beta Raid farm.
Yes, that's right.
Why Psylocke when there were so many better options?
I don't know why they picked Psylocke. I assume it's because she's going to be in the movie. Like, I feel like it has to be that.
I almost feel like it has to be too, but
yeah, because it was such a random pull.
It is a kind of a random pull, but she also became a major part of the X-Men, like training them. Right? She was kind of the leader of the X-Men for a while, if I remember correctly. So,
I mean, honestly, biggest question to me was, where's Jubilee?
Man, Jubilee would have such a garbage kid.
I would love to have Jubilee.
Fireworks.
Yeah, I would love to have Jubilee. Would be my number one Max character. I can promise you.
Oh, sparkles. Who's your favorite female comic book character?
Favorite female comic book character? Ivy. I was always really attracted to Ivy.
It's the redhead thing, isn't it?
No, it actually isn't at all. She's one of I actually am usually not attracted to redheads, but yeah, for some reason in the my first time seeing her was actually in the movies, and I was like, oh man, that's such a cool power, and
being able to grow plants.
Yeah, I thought that being able to control nature, I think that's power sick. All right. Yeah, that's a sick ability. I would love to be able to do that. It's probably makes my top 5 abilities, honestly. But yeah, so Ivy, I would have to say. I'm trying to think of any other person, but yeah, I'd have to say Ivy. She was just such a cool character.
Okay. Oh, for me, that's kind of a tough one. So I'm kind of torn. Old school, right? So, I mean, obviously Wonder Woman's up there because she was fantastic.
She's lame. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No, okay, I'm talking the pre-I Could Fly Wonder Woman.
I don't know what...
The Invisible Jet Wonder Woman.
You're throwing things out I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know about an Invisible Jet.
I'm so old. But I would... Rogue may be in that list. Why not Rogue over Psylocke?
That's a good point. Yeah, Rogue is for me the southern accent on Rogue always is too much for me. I hated it. So,
but we're talking comic book characters.
I know that, but if I read a comic book, that's the voice that's coming out because of the X-Men series.
I don't know. I thought Anna Paquin did a pretty good job in the X-Men movies.
Oh my god, I hate her. I hate her with a passion.
You're dead to me, man.
That might be because I watched a bit of True Blood at one point.
Season 1 was really good.
Yeah, I hated her as a character. So bad. I thought she was the most annoying person. So, yeah.
Okay, so last one. What is the best burger joint?
Ooh. This is actually easy for me. Whataburger.
Okay.
Do you have Whataburger?
I've ever had a Whataburger.
What? A burger? What are you saying?
I've ever had a Whataburger.
My gosh. I mean, wow. I'm honestly surprised. I would have thought that it would be where you are.
Hold on. I'm looking up the locations right now. Let's see if there's one close to me.
Because they're all over here.
Yeah, I feel like it's a Southwest joint.
I guess. But yeah, it's the most amazing burger. I have talked to several people and heard interviews with several people who have been to all of the is it Shake Shack or is it whatever In-N-Out or it's always Whataburger.
Here would be why the closest Whataburger is 190 miles from me.
Make the
no
drive.
No burger is worth that.
this burger is worth that. I can promise you.
Now, I might do that for some White Castle.
You get yourself a honey butter chicken biscuit, and you come and talk to me again.
So, for me, I love White Castle sliders. I think they're great, but they're not like a true... I mean, they're not really a burger. They're just kind of grease on a bun.
I've never had White Castle burger.
So, which would make sense. I think it's more of a northern Midwest chain.
Okay.
So they are here in Nashville, but when I was growing up in Cincinnati, one of my earliest memories was my dad worked at a White Castle when I was a kid. As like a second or third job, he worked at White Castle. And so I would go in sometimes and, you know, and they would fry them like right in front of you behind some glass. So you could watch the burger being made. It was really cool, man. So, and it's also some of the best coffee in the planet, but I digress. Five Guys is really good. But, oof, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the White Castle or Five Guys.
Let me tell you this. If you think Five Guys is good, then you're going to love Whataburger because we have Five Guys over here, and it is nothing compared to Whataburger.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, so.
Yeah, one day you'll come visit me. And I will feed you a Whataburger. I promise you, every single day, every single breakfast, every single lunch, dinner, you're going to be like, please, let's go to Whataburger. And I'm going to say, okay.
Maybe. All right.
Yeah.
So, it's getting late.
Yes.
But before we head out, and I have to tear down my makeshift studio before my wife wakes up, Hebrew, why don't you give the paying customers what they came for? And
all right,
who you farming?
Yeah, I am farming Minerva. So, anyone that's wondering,
let's make sure we say this properly.
Mm-hmm.
You're farming gear for Minerva.
I'm farming gear for Minerva. Yes, that did cause a lot of confusion. But yes, I'm farming gear for Minerva. That's my number one. I'm also now farming the heck out of Hand Assassin and Loki. And I'm gearing them up as well because, you know, just as Dorian said earlier, I don't know what the difficulty is going to be. No. So, you know, I'm planning on investing them in them a decent bit at least, so I'm probably also going to have a reserve. Like, I'm probably going to not invest a crazy amount in them as far as like level wise, and then I'll keep that golden reserve so I can throw it at them if I need to. But
that's a good plan.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. What about you?
So let's see. I'm hitting Shield Medic every day, trying to get her to 7-star. But that's primarily also because she's on both a hero and a villain node. So she completes 2 daily challenges at once.
Right.
So that's always a bonus. After that, I'm pretty much farming nothing but gear, trying to get my guys into Fear the Darkness. And I've still got a long ways to go because only Rocket is T12, waiting to go to T13. All my other guys, I think, are like T10 or T11.
Yeah.
So the team I'm working on is Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Fury, and Minerva. I've heard that's like the team.
That is like the best team, yeah.
That is the one I'm farming to get in there.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, just gear, and more gear. Though now, I'm hitting those Kingpin orbs.
You do you, my friend.
I'm really liking those things. Hey, look, man, I need those ABCs.
I mean, honestly, if you have so much of credits because you've farmed the store a good amount and you've got everything that you needed out of it, it's a good place to waste your. I use waste in a playful sense, but it's a good place to put your credits basically if you really don't have anything specific to farm out of there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hand. What is it? Hand Archer is in there?
Archer. Yeah.
And he's who I was working on simply because I'm not throwing it at Hydra. And
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can either basically start prepping for Hydra eventually, or you can throw in for Hand Archer for the Catalyst quest whenever it comes around.
That's kind of where I'm at is for the Catalyst. I mean, the Catalyst is really kind of the worst event out there right now. which is it's just painful to say because it used to be like the one everybody wanted, that and gold. But yeah, both those nowadays are just kind of like meh, whatever.
Yeah. So, but you know, it's an option for that. You know.
Yeah, I have to think about that. I do love the fact that my arena, I'm finally sitting in like the top 100 in arena, or right around.
Oh, that's
there.
good. Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll drop into the 150, but I can climb into like the 100. Like I just finished at 111 for the day. I'm like, man,
and keep in mind you're in a beta shard.
I'm in a beta shard, and my team is only like 180k power.
Yeah, it's really surprising actually.
Yeah. So well, it's because of the team comp. You know, I'm running.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
right.
I've got Fury, Pyro, Jugs, Fury, and Minerva. That team's really hard to kill, even lower power. So, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the night, Hebrew. Is there anything you wanted to say before we head out?
Just thanks to the patrons and thanks for everyone showing up live. We had a lot of people starting out. I know it's tapered off because people can only stay up so late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. Oh my god.
Yep, we're back to that.
Yeah, but there's still a good amount of people in here. So thanks everyone for listening to us.
Yeah, but chat died down so bad.
Yeah, I did. I don't blame him. I know Peon's asleep.
Oh, Peon's asleep. If I unmuted him, we'd probably hear snoring right now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for leaving reviews, and thanks for being patrons especially. So
yeah. So definitely to kind of mirror what Hebrew said. Thanks for listening to the Ravager Report. You can find us on any and all of your favorite podcast apps, or by going directly to our Podbean site at ravagerreport.podbean.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a rating and a review, as it helps us make the show better for you. You can find us on Twitter at Ravager Repo and join our Discord channel at discord.me/Ravager Report. If you'd like to help support our show, you can do so at patreon.com/Ravager Report. And for just $5 per month, you can get early access to the uncut live show a day or two before it's released. You can also find Hebrew on YouTube by searching for Alternate Reality, and Dorian on YouTube by searching for Dorian Blade. Finally, we want to send a great big shout out to all of our listeners and patrons for your continued support. And until next time, keep fighting, true believers.